Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm, every day I'm, every day I'm.
We have new video from a crash that sent welterweight boxing champion Errol Spence Jr. to the intensive care unit. The crash ejected the boxer, but miraculously, he is expected to be okay.
TheBoxingVoice.com. It's been a miracle, and I'm a blessing from God that, I haven't had anything serious that would have had me out for a year or two, or just would have been, ending my career. That none of them guys wish that I wasn't back so fast, but I am back, and I want to fight the top names in the division.
I have to ask you about your eye. We were all worried about you when you had to pull out of the Manny Pacquiao fight.
I want to fight, so
But you could have gone one.
yeah, one eye. I got another eye, so.
WBC of IBF welterweight champion of the world.
That's why I sound bad, and I told people I didn't want to tune-up fight. I've been getting the second chance at life, and I've been getting the third chance at boxing. Nobody's avoiding Terence Crawford. It's big fish on this side too that, I gotta fry. Like I said, I'm gonna get these belts over here, then I'm gonna come take Terence Crawford belt because I said I'm gonna be undisputed welterweight champion of the world.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am expecting a long and very debatable show as Eddie Hearn, the stirrer of the pot, comes out and says that it is his opinion. He believes that the Artur Beterbiev and Dmitry Bivol is a bigger fight than Errol Spence Jr. and Terence Crawford. Hearn feels that boxing fans have gotten bored, Danny, that we're tired, that we're frustrated with the welterweights not coming together, not giving us what we want, and that Beterbiev and Bivol will be a breath of fresh air. But I am going to throw a monkey wrench out there. Canelo standing firm on September. And he's saying, no, the Kembe Mutombo style. He's blocking Undisputed. He wants his rematch. Now, I don't even get the headline about Canelo blocking Undisputed because Bivol has to say, yeah, I want a rematch with Canelo. He can easily say no to Canelo and go forward with Beterbiev to make Undisputed. But is that the poll, Danny? And buenos dias, obviously. But is that the poll? Should we go right into, is Eddie right? Which is the bigger fight?
Hell no, Eddie ain't right. Eddie's just promoting.
Is it because Bivol is on his side of the street?
Nah, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Eddie has nothing to do with and has no say, no benefit in Spence and Bud.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But obviously, with Bivol being his fighter, he has some say. So he's doing what he always does. He's a great promoter. I'm not mad at him for saying this. It may turn out that the fight, ends up being a more fan-friendly fight, a more competitive fight, what have you. But as far as a bigger fight, I do not believe that to be the case at all.
That's simple for you. Why not? Is it because of the years of build-up that they have?
Yeah, I mean, and not just the years of build-up, but they're two bigger names. You get what I'm saying? Errol's fought at Cowboy Stadium on numerous times now, been on pay-per-view numerous times. Bud has been on pay-per-view numerous times, multiple division world champion. We've seen him across numerous networks now. So, 6 million Americans saw Errol Spence, before he even became a world champion after the men 2016 gold medal game. It's just a little bit different. More.
But you don't think that the upset win, the way that Andy upset AJ, when you beat someone you're not supposed to beat, doesn't that news travel further, last longer, or you think it dies out?
Nah, because it was the smaller guy daring to be great. It was the man that turned pro at 140 pounds, challenging a man that turned pro, 35 pounds heavier, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, no, it was...
I get that from a fan's perspective that knows the sport. You're like, oh, you're giving a pass to Canelo because he jumped up. But for the casual fan that doesn't know about weight classes and jumping up, they just seen him
saw
lose.
The bigger guy beat the smaller guy.
Yeah, but again, they don't know it's a different weight. They just saw their man lose, no?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, physically, it's like a noticeable, you know what I'm saying, height difference, size difference. I don't know. I don't feel like, I've told you this on and off air. Like, I don't feel it had the Andy Ruiz effect. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think anybody's ever going to get that Andy Ruiz effect. And it sucks, bro, because I was so happy for Andy. Like, what happened to him, bro, the way he was just able to blow up, really blow up, that was crazy. I wish he would have capitalized and, never took that second loss, or rather, second loss. But that's not the way that it played out. Now, what do you think about Canelo believing that he can somehow get Bivol, right? I would have to read the details of the story, but I'm pretty sure the headline made it clear that he's not moving off that September date. But I'll go find it.
Canelo's not?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he usually fights that date. Who were they going to put in place? I'm confused.
That's why I'm going to find that article, but it seems like maybe DAZN was considering Beterbiev and Bivol, or maybe that's the targeted date with the co-promotion as a co-promotion. But there is a headline if you want to get that one on Boxing Scene, while I do give you the actual quotes from Eddie Hearn, and I quote, Beterbiev is a lot more clever than people realize. With the little bits of work that he's done, he's incredibly strong. He's a great puncher, and Bivol is probably the best fight in boxing right now. I think so. And when Hearns was asked specifically, is Bivol bigger than Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, he said yes. He says, and I quote, with fights like that, you get a bit bored with them. I feel like people are a bit bored talking about Spence and Crawford. Maybe it's just me. Listen, if that fight got made, I'd be buzzing. But right now, Bivol excites me more than Spence Crawford. I'm not saying if that fight got made, I wouldn't, but that's just how I feel. Obviously, you've got Canelo, who wants revenge. His defeat against Dmitry Bivol. You have Callum Smith is the mandatory for Beterbiev. So we'll see what's going to happen. But certainly, we're in the mix for some big fights at 175. What are your thoughts? Because Callum is kind of in the way. He's in the way. Does Canelo let Bivol fight for undisputed? He faces Callum again to take his mandatory position? Probably not. As I said it out loud, he'd already beat Callum, but it is 75. Yeah. It's another task. He didn't knock out Callum. He just bust his arm.
I just think there's better options for him at the moment.
Do you think the two...
I have the article pulled up. I'm honestly...
What was the headline said? The title?
It says, Hearn says Canelo not willing to budge from September date to allow Bivol.
See?
Wants revenge. But nowhere in the article do I see that that's the planned date for that fight. I feel like he's saying, I feel like he wants the Bivol rematch in September and that he's not willing to budge from that. You know what I'm saying? Because in there, he does state that the plan is Ryder than Bivol for Canelo this year.
Ryder than Bivol. Funny because Berlanga mentioned Ryder as if he was with fucking Oscar. he's like, who'd he say? O'Sullivan maybe? Or oh my God, I don't know where I seen that, but I seen like Berlanga say, yeah, like his 3-fight plan was like O'Sullivan, Rada, Munguia, Canelo. And I'm like, oh, that's a great 3-fight plan. But now that, we're saying it out loud, it's like, oh, wait, Ryder is not even with Golden Boy. So it might not be able to happen.
But I believe that's a fight they were trying to co-promote on, like Oscar was. You heard?
You think it was a fight they were trying to co-promote?
Yeah, I think Oscar was trying to co-promote with, like he was trying to get Eddie to make that fight.
Ryder?
Yeah.
Versus Canelo?
Nah, versus Berlanga, for Berlanga on Golden Boy.
What? When? Already? So Berlanga signed?
Nah, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure that's the fight that Oscar threw out, like, to Berlanga in a possible, like, 3-fight or in a possible multiple fight deal. You understand? So I think that was something that Golden Boy.
I don't know, man. I find it a little strange that Golden Boy would, even mention the services of a fighter that they aren't legitimately connected to and can guarantee. Does he feel that they have a good relationship and maybe they can get that fight done for him? Okay, but there's no guarantee because he doesn't, he's not under that banner. But, yeah, for me, I think I'm so invested in Crawford and Earl that is the bigger fight for me. Do you think that that Bivol and Beterbiev is a bigger fight in a different region? Is it just us as Americans that believe Crawford and Spence is bigger, but maybe somewhere else in the country this is a huge fight that does a huge gate and great live numbers?
I think that if it happens, realistically speaking, the biggest location would probably be
Saudi,
the Middle East. Yeah, I was gonna say as close to Russia that's not Russia as possible. You feel me? That being said, yeah, man, New York obviously has a lot of Russian Americans. It would if you have to do it in the U.S. But for me, I just think that it's best to go somewhere else, man. Probably the Middle East. But even if you do that, it's still not bigger than a Terence Crawford, Errol Spence.
Yeah, that's I don't know, man. So this is a Saudi fight, like Rada, like the temporary stadium, or
No. I mean, it ain't that big.
Oh no.
Hell no.
Oh wow.
No, I mean we talking.
So how many people buying tickets for this?
I mean, you talking about to build a stadium? That was small. That was like 12,000 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't nothing big. But the names were big, which is what drew the investors to do so. But yeah, I think how many tickets does it sell?
20,000.
If you do it in the Middle East, you probably could do like 12 or some shit. I mean, Bivol just fought out there, in Abu Dhabi, so they'll remember his face, remember his name. I don't know. I think you could do like a 12, 15,000 person kind of venue, something like Mandalay, MGM-esque.
Out there. Is there a location here in the States that would be interested in that Undisputed? Do you think Bob, because this is probably an ESPN fight. This is probably not a co-promotion, or you think this will be co-promoted?
Bob has already came out and said in the U.S. and Canada would have to be on ESPN, that he would be willing for DAZN to get it everywhere else. But
that's cool. I thought he was gonna want all the rights because he did the heavy lifting.
Yo, so I think that this fight makes a lot of sense.
Which one?
This one.
Beterbiev?
Yes, sir.
And Bivol?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think it makes a lot of sense. Let me see. Where the map at? I had a little mappy map. All right, yeah. So I pulled up the highest Russian population in the U.S. Lot in Alaska, actually.
A lot of Russians in Alaska?
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But
Why that's so strange to me? Like I feel like everything I've watched about Alaska, they have not looked Russian and instead more like Asian, no?
It's crazy. Like I wanted to say, yeah, yeah, but so do a lot of Russians. Look at Bivol.
You're right. And actually Bivol is Korean. His mom is Korean.
You got to think about how big Russia is, bro. Russia's a country that spans across 2 continents. You know, it's in Europe and Asia. Yeah, bro, I would have thought like New York, to be honest with you, but looking at these statistics, you know, okay, a lot of some Delaware, that's not far from New York, right?
About 2 hours, maybe hour 45.
Yeah, so Delaware has the most residents born in Russia living in the U.S. Maine is up there, Connecticut's up there, Massachusetts is up there, Pennsylvania, Washington. So yeah.
Oh,
bro.
that's strange. So it's all like even further away from New York.
Yeah, bro. No. I mean Maine, Michigan, Ohio, Connecticut.
Ain't that all going towards like Boston and Providence?
Yeah,
though?
but like away from New York. Everything's away
That's
from
what I
New York.
mean.
Yeah, everything's.
But for us, like if you and I went, we would still have to go through New York to get there. So the New Yorkers get there quicker than us. Like anybody in New York, like remember when we went
where, bro? Get where?
to like the Providence and Boston area.
Oh, okay.
And that's where you keep mentioning all these people.
Yeah, but I just think you do this shit in New York. Look, and then top U.S. communities with the highest percentage of people claiming Russian ancestry. So top 3's in Alaska, then Maryland is number 4, Roslyn Estates, New York, number 5, Hewlett Harbor, New York, number 6, East Hills, New York, number 7. So I mean, there's a lot of like upstate or outside of the city, New York, with Russians as well. So go New York with it.
All right, looks like we got our first guest. This is Brian Norman Jr.'s father. So you're also Brian, correct?
Senior, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, so Brian Sr., Brian Norman Sr., how are you?
I'm all right. How you doing, boss?
We're good, man. We're good. We had your son on not too long ago, and we felt it was only right to bring you on to the show and, you know, just talk a little bit. Obviously, congratulate you on getting your son to this level and having him get signed to Top Rank. So we'll start there. How are you feeling about, you know, being able to sign to one of the most, I guess, long-lasting promotional companies in the sport?
I mean, it feels good, man. You know, I saw him work hard. I've been with him, you know, the whole time or whatever. And I mean, it's good to finally be making ground.
Just to be clear, you're coach manager or just coach?
I was coach manager. Now I'm just coach. That just happened about 6 months ago.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
But hey, but I mean, theoretically, I'm always coach manager, so it doesn't matter.
For sure, for sure. So,
Yeah.
what did you think of your son's performance, his debut on Top Rank? What were your thoughts?
I mean, I would have liked for him to be fighting for so long. I would have liked for it to been done at a better time because he was inactive. You know what I'm saying? During that time, he had been inactive. I think he had fought since December 2021. So I mean, I would have liked him to have been more active before that. You know what I'm saying? So he can do what he needs to do or whatever. But as a whole, I mean, he got the rounds in. I'm satisfied as a whole. It's cool. But of course, I'm his biggest critic aside of him.
So it seems like there's pedigree in the family. You were a fighter. He's a fighter. Was your father a fighter? And how did you get into the sport?
I'm sorry, boss. The phone tried to ring in. Say that one more time.
I said it looks like that you guys are a family of pedigree. Your son's a fighter. You were a fighter. And I wanted to ask, was your dad a fighter? If not, how did you get into the sport?
Mike Tyson. The same as a lot of other people, man. Mike Tyson. I was 80, 85. He fought Michael Spinks. I wanted to be a fighter ever since I saw it.
Nice. What was it about
Yeah.
Mike?
Mike, look at this Mike. Like as a kid, I think I was like 7 years old. And I mean, it was wonderful, man. And I was a fighter anyway. You know what I'm saying? You may hear this, from a lot of people too. I was a fighter. I was a natural fighter.
Yo,
Like I fought all the,
Chan,
yeah,
I gotta interrupt you. My co-host sends me a box rec. He's like, "Yo, that's his box rec if you need it." And he said no
yeah.
notable names.
No, I said notable names.
Oh, I thought you said no, bro. You fought some youngins. How old are
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'm 43, man.
Oh wow, you're younger than me. Holy shit, bro! I can't believe you fought fucking Edwin
He fought
Rodriguez.
John Pascal.
What the
Yeah, yeah,
Took
yeah,
him a
fuck?
yeah.
decision in Canada.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
he took Dominic Wade.
Yeah. Yup.
Gennady
Right,
knocked him
right,
out.
right,
Yo, that's crazy. Oh
right.
wow, you was out here
Yeah,
really,
man.
really fighting though. Cause like there's other trainers like
Yeah.
a Derek and a Bomac, they got records, but not like this. Like you fought
I
some
mean,
big
I
names.
mean, man, it's a process, man. It's a process, and I respect all the guys you said, and I respect them to the point of sometimes, when we do things, it's not for us, it may be for the next. You know what I mean? And
Mm-hmm.
that may have been what it was for me because I learned a lot. I learned
I,
a lot from my losses. I learned a lot from my hard times. I learned a lot. You
I
know what I
wanted to
mean? So
ask you. Obviously, things have gone a little different for you and your son. You pull
right,
up the box
right.
recs.
That's what I mean.
You
I
pull
learned
up
a
the
lot.
box recs. Well, that's what I was gonna say. You pull up the box recs. You fought at the Garden early in your career. He was fighting
Right,
in
right,
Mexico. So I wanted to know
right.
specifically. I want to know specifically what was it that you took away. Outside
From
of
your
from
experiences.
your experiences and things that you knew. Okay, this is what we gonna apply to Junior's career.
It's a lot. Let me first of all,
Holy shit, you fought Danny Wow, bro. Bro,
no,
you
no, it
fought
was a different that's a different Danny Green.
Oh, I was about to say. Cause I thought ain't
That Danny Green, that some bitch head butted me in my face because I was whooping his ass. So that's a different Danny Green.
I
No,
was
that's
about to
not
say,
Danny
because
Green.
ain't that the Danny Green that Roy fought? I
No,
thought, oh my
no,
God, I'm
no,
about to play.
no. That's a different. Oh yeah, no, that's a different Danny Green. All right. So anyway, bottom line, man. I got vertigo. That's why I stopped fighting that. I retired twice. I got vertigo. With the style that I had, some of that come forward type style, gritty type style. People don't understand as far as my wheel couldn't be broken, but your physical can be broken. So
Yeah.
let that be understood. You know what I'm saying? So I called vertigo or whatever else, and I didn't know I had it, and I didn't know what was going on, and that's what happened later in my career. So I mean, my mental was fine, everything was fine, but I would just be in the ring, and all of a sudden, I was tripping and I didn't understand what was going on because I would physically be fine, but I couldn't, keep my shit together and I didn't understand what it was. So I honestly didn't find out I had vertigo until maybe 2 years after I retired the last time. I think Dominic Wade was my last fight. And that
Yeah.
was so yeah, so after I fought the last time, I was happened to be walking my dog and my dog was going around me. He was like trying to get tangled up in me and they with the leash. And man, when I was trying to turn around to catch him, man, the fucking world started spinning. So I was like, just like it did in the ring sometimes.
Mm.
So I
So
was like, what the
since
fuck is going on? So
it,
when I did that,
go
yeah.
ahead. No, go ahead.
Now I was saying, so the world started spinning like this shit was crazy. So I was like, what the fuck? And it was the same way that it used to be when I was in the ring. So mind you, I'm walking the dog and I'm not even getting hit. It's 2 years after I stopped fighting. And so then I went to the doctor and they checked me and everything and they told me that's what it was. I was like, well, damn, that's what it was the whole fucking time. I just didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
it's all good. I'm a little better now. I don't have those type of issues no more, whatever. But I mean, I got it out of my system. I'm good, man. And by that time, my son was already fighting. I started him young too. He started boxing at about 6 or 7. He started competing at 8 when he could compete. And some of the things that I learned, There's certain things that people take for granted is technique. My son learned technique from the very beginning. He learned how to punch from the very beginning. Anybody ever fought him in the amateurs, anybody ever fought him at a young age will tell you he can punch. You understand what I'm saying? If you see me, I'm physically strong, I'm physically muscular, whatever else case may be, but my delivery of the punches didn't happen until the end of my career when I physically couldn't do it on another level. So what I did was I just transferred all of that, all of the positive over to him and take away all the negative so he don't have to deal with the bullshit I went through. You get what I'm saying? So like you say, with some of the fights I took or whatever else, it may not have been a good decision because of the time. I don't regret not one fight. Shit, tough as nails or whatever. And I mean, but my son got a better chance where he got people behind him, and that was the whole point from the very beginning.
Nah, man. So far, I love the way the story is unfolding. I mean, right now, present date, do you feel accomplished because you were able to give your son a better career? As of right now, obviously, he's done better. He hasn't been in with the level of opposition as you. Obviously, I'm blown away by how many big names you fought. But is it a sense of accomplishment to have him get to this level, be undefeated, have as many fights as he does?
It's a huge sense of accomplishment because of the fact of I honestly felt like a failure. I felt like I don't like to fail at anything I do. So being that I didn't succeed at it the way I wanted to, when my son started to unfold at about 15, 16, the way he first time we ever went to the national that I went with him, he won. Second time he won. He only lost one national that I went to with him. So it's when that started happening, I was like, well, damn, maybe I didn't fail. Maybe it was just for me to get to him. And I'm happy where I am in life now, and I don't regret it. I don't miss it. None of that. I mean, I miss the physicality of being able to do it, but I can honestly get my shit back together and do that now. So that's all on me. But I don't miss the hoorah and the hoopla and all the shit I had to deal with going through it. You know what I'm saying? The level, the situation that he's in with Top Rank, or even before when he had the manager before that he was dealing with, it was all in his favor. So to me, I mean, he didn't, like I said, he didn't have to deal with the bullshit I had to deal with, and that's a blessing, and that's a highlight for me anyway. You know what I mean? It's all a process. It's all a process watching him go through it. That's extra learning watching him, because I would have thought honestly that he was ready at 17, 18, but I've seen certain things now that show that, yeah, I do understand why you need to groom a fighter like you need to groom a fighter, and it takes time. You know what I mean? But I'm very happy with where he is now. I'm very happy with the successes that he's having right now. I'm happy with, even he got a fight coming up May the 13th. He may not have told y'all that because it's really just got solidified. So I don't even think he was spoke with.
Breaking news.
Right. Yeah.
We got a location, Pops? We got a location?
I think it's Louisiana. I'm almost positive it's Louisiana. I'm almost positive.
Oh wow, that's a whole different show.
This just coming up. This just happening the last 2 days. So I know that he couldn't have told y'all that.
What,
you know
New
what I mean?
Orleans?
So I believe so.
Regis and Tio's happening.
Nah, Tio ain't taking
Yeah, I believe.
No, his father's been saying it for 2 days.
Oh, damn. They feed
It got to be Regis.
Hear me now. Listen. I can only give you my part. I don't know who the man is.
No, of course. But if it's Louisiana,
right?
That's what I said.
Right.
That's what I said.
It got to be Regis.
You know this is boxing. You know shit happens. You know this is boxing. You know shit happened. But from me, that's what I got so far. He's fighting a guy 29-3 with 22 knockouts. So that's a good step up for me. I don't mind that. If you look at my record, I don't mind fighting anybody. I don't mind him being tested. I trust him. I trust in his abilities. I trust in what I installed in him. I trust in what I put in him. I trust in his hard work. So I don't knock it. I'm ready for the step up. I'm ready for the step up at all times. You know what I mean? So like I said, I just trust the process, and as long as we do what we supposed to do, and I like the way Top Rank, trying to do what they supposed to do, and I'm good with that.
Another call.
You there, Coach?
Me?
You want to hop back in? Did you freeze?
Me? I'm here. No, I'm here.
Back in. It looks like I don't know. Maybe you got bugged up. He's dropped. Shit. Louisiana. What Regis had another fight around there, right?
Of course, brother. That's where he's from. Let's
but
not
it
forget.
didn't. You said it didn't do that well, right?
No. But let's not forget he did move to Houston.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, yeah, I heard everything. Then the shit it blanked out late. I guess I was late seeing that blank out. All right, what part did you miss? What part did you hear?
Just take it from the top. I know you said on your behalf you could only tell us what you know.
Yeah.
29-3, you said?
29-3, got 22 knockouts. I'm cool with all of that. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that.
Where he from?
I'm good. Like I said, man, don't get me to lie.
I'm just asking.
Coach, I wanted.
I don't know. He's his nationality is Ghana, but he lives here. I don't get into the line about where he is right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I know he's Ghana, but I'm not sure. He lives in the U.S., but I'm not sure where. Maybe he's Chicago or some shit. I'm not sure.
Is this a catch weight, Coach? Because I know your son said
It
he
is.
wanted.
It is.
So he's already going.
No. Man, listen. No.
Oh, he's not going down.
No. I let him talk. I let him do what he do, whatever. Of course, he's gonna feel like he want to do what he, That's a whole nother story. We'll let that play out.
To be clear, your son is a 47-pounder.
My son is a 47-pounder.
All right.
He feels.
My son is a 47. My son is a 47-pounder. Until otherwise, my son is a 47-pounder. I'm not looking at 140. Personally, I'm not helping him shoot for 140 right now. If he wants to shoot for 140 and he wants to, make his way down or whatever the case may be, of course, I'm going to support him and I'm going to be with him as that transition is going on or whatever. But as of right now, that's a growing boy. He's still not a grown man yet. He's 22 years old. He's all muscle. I think he was like 5% body fat the last time he went. He 47.
So, Coach, I wanted to ask one more question about your career and then move on because, everybody you fought I watched thoroughly. So I'm a little bit taken back that you lasted so many rounds. I mean, you went the decision with these bigger names, bigger punches, but you let Guerrero stop you in 2. What the fuck happened there?
Vertigo. That was the first one when I found out. That was yes, Guerrero. That was, man, if you watch and then boxing so dirty.
Dad, I'm sorry. Hold the fuck up.
Yeah.
Y'all fighting Chris Van Heerden?
He from South Africa. He from not Ghana. He from South Africa.
No. It's not. No.
Okay.
No.
Because I was.
No.
But what's wrong with
it's not.
No, he 28 and
I like Van Heerden.
No, I ain't saying it's no.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's not who we fight.
I mean,
that would be fine too, but that's not who we fight. No.
See,
that would be fine also. Again, you see me, I don't run from no smoke.
No. And I wasn't insinuating that, but we like to play. We like to play Inspector Gadget over here, and I'm in the fucking box rec ratings, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I don't see nobody 29 and 3, but I do see Chris Van Heerden 28 and 3 from Africa.
He might be got. They might have him at 154. I don't know because they fighting it. You asked me about the catch weight. The catch weight is 48, 49.
So he might be.
You asked me about. Right. You asked me about the catch weight, but we didn't finish that conversation.
We never finished that. You're right, Dad. You're right.
Right. You started talking about 140, and I had to clear that shit up or whatever. Again, that's my son. This is his career. He do whatever he want to do or whatever the case may be. If you ask my opinion, no, he's not going to 140. No, I don't want him to go to 140. No, I don't even want him to try to go to 140. I want him to stay at 47, and I think he's good at 47, man. I tell him all the time. I've seen you fight a million times more than you've seen you fight because I watch you every day. I watch you. You understand what I'm saying? So I know what he's best at. I know what his strengths. I know his weaknesses. I watch him, and I watch him with a trained eye. So he's not even watching himself. He definitely can't watch it with the trained eye that I have because he hasn't been around as long as I have in this position on this side of it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So no, Yeah, so in my opinion, absolutely not. 147 definitely. You know,
So
yeah.
I wanted to go to his last performance. Obviously, he almost got the guy out of there in the first round. And being around the block a little bit in this sport, I'm like, damn, is this going to be Mike Jones, Jesus Soto Carras? Have you ever watched that fight?
No, I
Ironically, it was
haven't.
a top-ranked fight. No, you haven't?
No,
Okay.
I haven't. But the thing is, with their last fight, again, I'm just gonna take it as ring rust. I was in the back with him. I was in, he was very emotional about being back in there. He was very excited about being back in there. He had a whole bunch of mix. That's why I say I wish, but everything unfolds how it unfolds. He got the W. I mean, he looked good for the most part doing it. I would have liked the better performance because I know the best him. You know what I mean? So as a coach, as a father, I'm gonna want the best him at all times. And to me, that was about 75% of him, maybe 65. Yeah, I mean, he's so much better. I just can't get him. Like you hear about the sparring wars and the sparring. Say, I see all of that. I get that. You get what I'm saying? I've watched. He has never sparred. Period, on a real level without me being there, without me seeing it, ever. You get what I'm saying? So I know his best. I know his worst. I've seen him. So that's what I want him to bring out. I want him to bring out the best him that I see. And that's why I don't want him at 140. I know when he's walking around at this particular weight. I know when he's at his best. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm always looking for. And just like he's a perfectionist in his own right, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to trying to groom him into being what he is and where he needs to be. And I'm looking at where he needs to be. I'm looking at the styles that work for him. I'm looking at the fighters that don't work for him. I'm looking at the things they do that don't work for him. You understand that? So I'm looking at it with a different eye than he's looking at it with.
So who were you influenced by in terms of fighters? Like, who did you look up to? Because I'm trying to see if there's a connection in that fight with your son. It looks like his preference are left hook, back hook. We didn't really see a lot of jab, straight right hand. I feel like if he would have came down the middle, it probably would have been an easier fight. But you're the trainer on the outside looking in. How did you see it? Did you think he needed more straights down the middle?
So I don't know how close you watched the fight, but I was the disappointed corner man. Of
So
course, I'm happy.
I'll just say this: we watch all fights, but we don't use
No
the
audio.
volume.
Yeah,
no volume.
We watch them with no audio. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I was a disappointed corner man because I believe and I know he could have got him out of there if he did exactly what I told him to do. He's working on his straights. He has a killer jab. He drops people in the gym with the jab. He drops them. But the jab he had out there was more of a, flash jab. You understand what I'm saying? It's more of a, just try to be quick jab. You know what I mean? So again, man, it's just a work in progress. It's just a work in progress.
Pops, obviously you had your experiences and which is why you chose to handle your son's career the way you've chose. How do you speak or what was that conversation like with Brian Jr.? He's what 22 now. When he turned pro, 17, 18 years old, how do you tell him like, yo son, these next 10 to 15 we got to go to Mexico with it? And how did he react to that?
I didn't. The manager that he was with, he was 17 when he went pro. That was the reason the manager at the time decided to take that route because he was 17 and it was easier to do that. You can only fight in a select amount of states. I think it's like 7 or 8. I know Texas because his first fight was in Texas. It's only a few of states that you can fight at 17 years old. So that's why his first 12, I know for a fact, was in Mexico. His first one was in Texas, and the next 11 or 12 was in Mexico.
What manager?
And that was only. I don't even want to give him no props, bro. You know what? Yes, I will. I will. Cameron Duncan.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Cameron Duncan.
he
Cameron
spent the money.
Duncan. Cameron Duncan he's a big name. Cameron Duncan had a lot of people. I mean, I try not to speak on it because just the way it unfolded, it's cool. I mean, I wait. Let me get my shit together. I appreciate Cameron Duncan. That's first of all. I appreciate what he did for him. I appreciate his attempts in trying. I just don't appreciate the end game of it. He fluked at the end. You know what I mean? But as far as what he did and his attempts and everything, as all of those was valiant. He started Terence Crawford. If you go look at Terence Crawford first 20 fights, it was the same
Mikey
way. You
Garcia
go
as
look at
well.
you look at Mikey, man, he had a lot of people he had. Mikey Garcia, hell, taking it all the way back. Mark Too Sharp Johnson, he had Kelly Pavlik, he had Tim Bradley, he had Boots Ennis, he had, he had a lot of
He
people,
did
man. He had a
marvelous
ton of
for Tim. Let me tell you, he did
Brandon,
marvelous for
Brandon,
Tim.
Brandon Rios, he had a ton of people. So I appreciate his effort. His effort was valiant, but when he couldn't get something to Shake, because I don't know if we was trying with Shake to Showtime.
Mm-hmm.
Be following a couple of Showtime situations or whatever else. I don't think that had anything necessarily to do with. I think that was out of his control, but it's not more so It's not more so how it was done. It was the communication and the flakiness after it was unable to get done. That's why I really just don't even want to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? But I do appreciate where he got him to and everything else. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate that. So I'm gonna say I want to speak on it, but I ain't gonna speak negative on it. Just like I said, in the end, when he could not, which was out of his control, when he could not do what he needed to do, he just handled it like a bitch.
Yeah.
he
Yeah, I
he
mean,
didn't he didn't he didn't he didn't he didn't, he didn't, he didn't handle it like a man. Like I'm a man. I'm a straightforward type person. I want to touch on something while we on here, and I know y'all do too. So I'm gonna get into it. So you ain't gotta find your way to segue into it because I got some beef with some shit
Another
that was
call.
going on here.
Mm.
You got a call?
Coach, did you get a
No, I'm
call?
good.
They heard him
No,
live.
I'm
They
good.
calling him like, hold on.
No, I'm
I
good.
don't know.
Y'all
It
hear
just
me?
cut out. Jump back in, Coach. Jump back in. Oh man, what is up?
Yeah, we're starting to get good. We do appreciate that. Was Coach Brian Norman Sr.
Mm-hmm. We'll be having him back on in
former
a couple
middleweight
seconds.
and
Couple seconds.
father trainer to Brian Norman, top as we are trying to reach that next goal of
Can you hear me?
165,000. We can
We
hear
got
you.
Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir. Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Hello?
Yeah, we hear you. You don't hear us?
Hello?
All right, well, let's do it again. We'll see if we can get him on. Hey, yo, the funny thing is he said he's going to get into some of the stuff so we don't got to find our way to it. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Gotta love that, making our job easy.
We hear you,
Hey,
Jay.
you hear me, boy?
Yes, sir.
I don't know why the hell that shit keep jumping out like that. What the hell I was saying? I don't know what part you heard, man. But anyway, like I was talking about Cameron, I was segueing into Cameron to another. I'm a person that I don't like confrontation, but I'm confrontational, if that makes
Mm-hmm.
sense. You get what I'm
No,
saying?
yeah, you don't
Yeah,
walk away from a confrontation.
I don't like confrontation, but I will confront the fuck out of any situation. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I don't believe in all that sideways stuff. So now I'm going to confront something that was on here, and I know it was handled, but my son handled it in a more diplomatic approach than I would. So let me go over to Bernie the boxer that I've never heard of until somebody went to calling me and texted me one morning when I guess y'all had an interview with Bernie the boxer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me touch on that subject because oh my God, I had everything in the world to say, and I wish I could jump on here so bad at that time. Man, the man is a bold-faced liar. The reason I say he's a bold-faced liar, and I don't care how it ended with my son and how it went, he's a bold-faced liar, and it was purposely done because he knew exactly why we said we wouldn't go into Colorado at that time. That pissed me off that he said, I don't know. All I know, they said they wasn't going. Listen to me, man. I got text messages and screenshots. I text Bomac. Travion Crawford is the one that started it. I've been reaching out since then. We're speaking as if this is a past tense thing, like it's from my career and the career is over. Absolutely not. We will go today. We will go tomorrow. Travion Crawford hit me saying, I'm standing right next to Bomac, and I believe it. I'm standing right next to Bomac. He said, yeah, he gonna call you, he gonna this, he gonna that. This was before Yeah, this was wild. This was right after Porter fight. It was back when it first initially happened, maybe beginning of 2022 or the middle, somewhere like that. So I kept reaching out. I'm like, "What's up? What's up?" 6 months later, what's going on? I'm asking Travion. You know what I'm saying? I'm reaching out to Bomac on Facebook. Yeah, on Facebook. Now, yeah, Instagram or Facebook. I reaching out to Bomac. He not responding. So then, but I finally go back to my. I think I was on a fake page because I was suspended. I was in Facebook. So I finally go back to that. I finally go back to that fake page and I see he responded to me, right? So he sent me his number. So shit, I text him and I'm like, "What's up?" You know what I'm saying? And he hit me back. He was like, "This Bomac." I'm like, "What's up, Bomac?" I ain't heard from that man since. You understand me? I have a problem with I don't have a problem with the performance. I don't have a problem with what went on. I have a problem with all this bullshit that's coming behind it. I have a problem with Bomac and Terence Crawford not dead in this shit. I understand Terence Crawford not putting no energy into it. That's fine. But if you're not gonna put no energy into it, at least tell your people to shut the fuck up. If they're not gonna shut the fuck up, at least let them be truthful. We're not running around talking about any of that. I'm not running around talking about the performance. I spoke on the performance one time because Travion crossed the line and he kept saying some things that were just bold-faced ass lies. And again, I don't mind telling the truth, but my son, he's different. So, and that's cool. You know what I'm saying? Well, okay, but I mean, I tell it like it is. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not one that go out just for no reason, just to spread this and spread that. They think it's somebody clout chasing. Absolutely not. But I'm about truth. Everything about me is gonna be the truth. Anything I ever tell you, I can back it up with a million times or a million pieces of evidence to say what I say. One thing I'm not is a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm not a capper. I'm not even an exaggerator. You get what I'm saying? I tell it exactly like it is. So my thing is with that Bomac shit and with that Terence Crawford shit, we will go tomorrow. We will go today. In fact, they was talking about paying. I said, you know what? Fuck that. At this point, this is what I told Trivia. At this point, I pay to go. I'm not worried about any of that. I pay to go. I told him send me the address.
Shit,
I got
I pay to
screenshots.
go too.
But
Right. I got screenshots. I said, you act like this shit is done. This shit is not done. Like, the fuck are you talking about? You're like, oh yeah, you must know, motherfucker. They still fighting. You get what I'm saying? Yes, my son want to learn from me. You know, that's fine. But my thing about is cut the bullshit. Now, I like Terence Crawford. That's first of all. I don't want to make it like I got any beef whatsoever with Terence Crawford. I only have beef with the shit that I don't even know who the fuck Bernie the Box is. I only have shit with with the shit that his camp is talking. They were talking more than we were and saying that we're spreading shit. That's untrue. You get what I'm saying? So I'm just like, well, bro, what you spreading shit just to try to save face because of rumors that are out there that we're no longer even talking about. That shit was October. I'm sorry, yeah, October 2021. We're not talking about that shit. You get what I'm saying? So like, whatever, man. And I still haven't got a call. I would go to any camp anytime. My son would go. We just had been with Boots, and we had been gone for 10 days. We had just got back, and he sparred him the very next weekend when we got back. He didn't want to leave again. I got a business to run. I couldn't afford to leave again. So I mean, we got shit to do. But at this point right here, I do whatever. I travel, go wherever. I don't need their money. I pay for it myself.
Coach, let me ask you though, at this point, because of all the animosity, because of the words being thrown back and forth, is it even worth it? Because it's not going to be sparring. It ain't going to be work. It's going to be a fight with headgear.
I'm glad you said that. Shit. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Perfect.
All right. Let me touch on what you said first. Sparring, people kill me. They say, man, sparring is sparring. That's usually people who don't box or don't know shit about boxing who say sparring is sparring. I haven't met a person that'll go in there and let a person whoop his ass ever since I've been around. It's not now, especially not when it gets personal, especially not when you land a good shot. Nobody will let a person whoop his ass in there. The only time you get in there, you work on things and you practice shit, you do that shit with your normal sparring partners that you spar with every day. This is the easy fold. Now let me work on some things. You spar down. You understand what I'm saying? You take a lesser fighter, a fighter where you're not in danger. Let me work on picking this shot. Let me work on picking that shot. You don't get in there with another dangerous fighter and work on no shit like that. You don't go in there practicing. You understand what I'm saying? You go in there, you working. If you've been honing in on your skills, then it's not more so of okay, let me just make this attempt. No, you practicing, but you fucking practicing as if you're in a real fight. That's what the fuck sparring is. You're training. I tell my son all the time now. We don't spar down anymore because I like when people come and they want easy work or whatever the case may be. I tell them, nah, we can't do it. I got this situation coming up next week. We can't do it because we're not taking it easy on nobody no more. You understand what I'm saying? There's no sparring is more than just sparring. Sparring is a test before the test. It's just like a fucking pop quiz that you got to fucking test. Simple as that. You don't just fucking jump from nothing to in the big fight and then you don't know what the fuck you got going on. You've been tested. That's why these guys get in there in these major training camps. You have them going. They're doing 12 rounder. You have them going with 3 different people because they want everybody fresh. They want everybody fresh. You're not fighting that person. You want this person fresh for 3 rounds or 4 rounds. You want this person fresh. You want fresh people, and these people are actually going at it with their full velocity so they can train for that. You get what I'm saying? It's not another level. Of course, there's another level, but that's another mental level that takes your physical to another level. But as far as training, you're training for the highest. You're training to be the best. So they kill me with that damn sparring. It's just sparring shit. Now, back to what you just said about do I think it'll be a fight or whatever. Man, B don't have no beef with Terence Crawford. I don't have no beef with Terence Crawford. I ain't gonna show him nothing but respect when I see him. I ain't gonna show Bomac nothing but respect when I see him. Travion and all the rest of them, I told you, y'all can come, anybody can come. Red recorded it. Red, Terence Crawford, boy, whatever, he recorded. They got the shit on tape. I don't. You get what I'm saying? I don't care.
Coach, as a
Yeah,
trainer, your son just sparred a pound for pound boxer. You telling me you can't ask those trainers for the footage to review
I
it?
don't care.
But
They're not gonna give it
but
to me.
you're entitled
Red
to,
said, right? Red said, I'm not gonna do it because they already, humans are humans. Yeah. What you saying sounds good. what you
right?
saying, what you're saying sounds good. What you're saying is fair, or whatever the case may be. Again, let me say this because my son would kill me if I say anything about the sparring session. I'm not talking about the sparring session. I'm talking about the shit that happened after the sparring session and the schematic. I'm not talking about what happened in the ring or any of that. Everything I'm saying is outside of that. Okay. Because my son don't want me talking about any of that. All right, that's fine. So when they sparred, I asked Red for the foot. I said, damn, you record. Let me get that. I said, let me get that after I said, I want you to send that to me. Red was like, shit, I'm gonna send it to you after the fight. I said, all right, cool. Well, when all the rumors and shit started getting out, I ain't even call. I got Red number in my phone. I ain't even text that man to call that man because I already knew he was gonna send that shit to me because he thought I was gonna be, spreading some shit when I really wasn't. I wasn't spreading shit. My son wasn't spreading shit. We weren't trying to spread shit. The only time I even spoke on the performance on the internet, I've told a couple of people who, we've talked about the people who were there. But the only time I've said anything on the internet was to Travion Crawford when he was just telling bold-faced lies about what happened. So I came out one day and I fucking told the whole truth. My son got fucking fire red hot at me. So I haven't done that since then. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, we haven't even spoke about what happened that day. And not on the internet, not to anybody that I haven't spoke to face to face.
So, Coach, do you find it ironic? Did you know that Terence had a similar situation and he was brought in to help Bradley and his sparring with Bradley was so good that Bradley told Top Rank and eventually they signed him? Do you feel the sparring
I had no clue.
Do you feel the
I had
sparring
no
with
clue.
Crawford and your son and the buzz from that led to the signing, or do you think it had nothing to do with that sparring?
I don't think he had nothing to do with that sparring. Cameron Duncan had been, like I told you, about the Showtime shit. Cameron used to work with Top Rank. That's how he got Bud with Top Rank and Mike, all the rest of them with Top Rank. So, no, what ended up happening was he was, talking to Brad and some other people. So he been pushing for B for a long time, but uh, Cameron likes to keep his guys together. And he was dealing with Showtime because he had Brandon Lee. He had Brandon Lee,
And Boots.
Boots Ennis. He had Brandon Lee, Boots Ennis, and Brian Norman. He tries to move. Like that's why I said I respect the whole situation. I respected everything about what Cameron was doing up until the fake shit at the bullshit at the end where he just could be man enough to say, "Hey, look, I can't do it." You understand what I'm saying? And he couldn't do it because of not. I don't think it had nothing to do with because of him or not wanting to do it. It's because Showtime didn't want to play ball for whatever reason they didn't want to play ball for. I got my speculation on that. Mosley spoke to Steven Espinoza about that, and Steven say he liked Brian. I don't know whatever. But what happened was at the time Showtime weren't interested in my son, but they were interested in Brandon and Boots. So, but they weren't interested in my son. I'm a realist. Again, I don't lie. They were interested in my son. So he then Cameron tried to take him back to Top Rank, but again, Cameron like to keep his guys in together. And the shit wasn't gonna work out. And I think he made a choice. He made a business decision, and that's understandable and respectable. The only thing I don't respect is why the fuck you couldn't just say out your mouth, "This is what I'm doing." I can respect that a lot more. You get what I'm saying? He just stopped answering the phone and went cold turkey on the motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying? But he tried to go back to Top Rank, but again, he can't. He didn't want to double dip with two guys at Showtime, and now I got a guy over here at Top Rank. So I think that's what. I know, ain't no think in that one. I know that's what it was, and that's what happened. So now my son got with a new management team. Fighters First. It's a new management team, but Jolene Mazone, who been in it forever, and she was with Main Events or whatever. She got
that's crazy. I didn't know y'all was
right.
with Jolene too, cause Giovanni Cabrera's with Jolene. I know Jolene.
He signed right before that. Yeah.
I know Jolene is the face, but there's a dude behind that. You know him, right? You ain't gotta say his name. Yeah, that's my guy. He's gonna be on the show in a couple of days.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Cause I had called him.
That's how we got beef. Yeah.
So wait, you familiar with the Texas area? How'd you or is your connection
That's
with
my boy.
Jolene?
Yeah, he came. That's a whole deal. Who you talking about? Book writer. That's who you talking about?
The book writer, baby. That's right. Adrian Clark.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
He's my guy.
My boy,
he's a nice guy, man.
Yeah.
He did a lot of good things in boxing. He's one of those managers.
He's man solid.
He's one of those managers don't need the spotlight, bro, and but makes big deals
that's
happen.
solid. For the most part, man, he's solid guy, man. I love him like a brother right now. You know what I'm saying? Solid guy, man. He been 100 for the whole time. That's who came and got Brian. He came and got Brian before he officially got with Fighters First. So he came and spoke with me and B or whatever the case may be, and that just kind of came together. Like I said, it's been about it was like August last year. Yeah,
Man,
August, September last year.
I promise you, they just established that company. I want to say maybe a year and a half ago. They're moving very quick because now if they got you and Giovanni Cabrera both undefeated, Cabrera did good and beat Gabriel on Top Rank. That's great, man. Congratulations on that.
So you asked me back to the original. You asked me was that why the Terence Crawford thing? No, that's not why. It's because of Jolene and the influences and and I'm sure Brad. I know Brad and they had already heard about B and Todd. They had already heard about B through Cameron. Cameron used to talk about him highly all the time, even before the Showtime shit. You get what I'm saying? So yeah. So I think it got. I don't think it had anything to do whatsoever with Terence Crawford.
Have you ever heard of a fighter from Florida called Harold Calderon? And is that someone you guys would be interested in?
Never heard of him.
Okay. Yeah, he's been fighting for a while, and we had him on the show, and he's been trying to get some fights. So we're just throwing his name out there.
Man,
obviously, that welterweight division is huge.
Listen, when coming from what I came from, I think everybody deserves a shot. The reason I'm not upset and I'm happy about the way that Top Rank is moving, as far even with this guy that he fight next or whatever, is that I'm a firm believer if you are who you say you are, you're gonna beat who you're supposed to beat. I'm not one of them guys that like to handpick people and do it. That's not me. That's not my thing. I'm from the old school. I'm not from this new shit where people just pick people at the right time, at the right moment. They just got knocked out the last fight. Let me do this. Let me do it. I'm not that guy. You get what I'm
But
saying?
coach,
I want.
I
Yeah,
gotta interrupt. You not that guy, but you seen the way your career unfolded, and you made the
absolutely.
necessary changes so that your son's career doesn't go that
You're
way.
right.
So
You're right.
even though you're not that guy, aren't you starting to become the guy that has to make sure it's the right fight?
Now you ready? Absolutely. I'm trying to make sure it's the right fight. But when you're on the other side, as long as I'm not at it, I wouldn't have mind none of the fights that I was in as long as I was on an even playing field. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I understand the business of it or whatever. I'm at war. That's one of the reasons why I'm not the manager anymore, on paper or whatever the case may be. That's why Top Rank is gonna deal with however whatever they deal with. I like to be outside there. I don't want to make those decisions, you know what I mean? Because that's not my expertise, because my ego, my
Mm-hmm.
ego and some other things can't get in the way of that. And I'm honest enough to admit that. You know what I mean? I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm honest enough to admit that I may make the wrong decisions just based on ego alone because of my beliefs and because of I'm hardcore. I'm stone cold. You get what I'm saying? So I may make the wrong decisions, but that's why I'm not into the position to make those decisions right now.
For sure, for sure.
You know what I mean?
So,
I'm not stupid. I'm not stupid to where if they come offer me a killer, I tell you what, you better pay a lot of money for that. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
But again, like I said, I trust Top Rank that's been doing this forever since Ali to do what they supposed to do. And I trust Fighters First Management and my boy Adrian, who you just said, Jolene, I trust them to do what they supposed to do. And they hand me what they hand me. And I don't believe they gonna hand me no bullshit. I believe
Nah.
everything they hand. I trust in what they hand me. I don't think they would even hand me no shit. They're like, absolutely not. You get what I'm saying? Because you hand me some shit, chances are I'm gonna say yes. No
Mm-hmm.
matter who you hand me. You know what I'm saying? Don't hand me no shit that you know good and well is not good for them. So again, that's why I'm the end. I'm right here with B. You
Yeah,
feel me? I'm not the guy that's go. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I highly doubt they send you some BS. I
Right.
mean,
Right.
uh,
Right.
Adrian has done some pretty big things in the sport. He was able to get
Right.
Errol Spence that Miguel Cotto fight. Obviously, Earl
Right.
didn't take it, and Saddam Ali ended up getting that shot and winning that fight. So yeah,
Right.
Adrian is the man. He could get it done. I
Yeah.
did speak to your son though, and it sounded. Am I correct? Because he wanted Giovanni Stantillion, right? The
I
top
don't know
rank.
nothing about this shit. I don't know.
He's a top rank
Never heard of.
welterweight.
Never heard of.
Never heard of
I ain't gonna
Giovanni.
lie to you, man. I don't. It's a lot of people I haven't heard of. Nah, I never heard of him.
Did you have the opportunity to watch Rashidi Ellis fight on PBC?
Yes, I did.
What did you think of that fight? And
I
obviously,
knew exactly how that fight was going. My son would tell you. We sat right on the same sofa. I watched that fight, and I told him exactly how it was going to go in the end. And that's based on the boy knockout ratio and the style that he was fighting at or whatever. Rashida was fighting him. Rashida was fighting him off. He was fighting him off. It was like fighting off a monster. You understand what I'm saying? So this is in the first and second round. I said, he gonna fuck up and get tired. I said, if this motherfucker ain't in shape to do this shit the whole time, he gonna get knocked out. There was no way, because it was, as a fighter, and this helps me a lot too. As a fighter, the experience. If you get this ticker pumping, I used to always try to say calm, because if this some bitch get the pumping and that nervous energy, that will wear you out in itself. And some of my son's first fights, when he came out the ring, my nervous energy used to have me to the point where I could barely walk. And I didn't even fight. You know what I'm saying? So I know what nervous energy can do for you. And what Rashida Ellis had in that ring was nervous energy. That was nervous energy. And so he had that. And then when he started doing his showboating shit with his shoulders and shit, and I could clearly see his posture. His posture was changing. I told my son from round 1 or 2, he gonna get knocked out. I said, especially if he can't keep this shit up, if he ain't, because I don't know what his conditioning was like, but it was still pretty good. That condition was pretty good, but he was throwing a lot of punches. Again, you say you didn't watch my son's fight with the sound on. One of the things I told him was stop throwing bullshit. I don't believe in throwing unnecessary bullshit. That's what Rashida was doing. He was throwing unnecessary bullshit sometimes. You have to give a guy some shit they can respect sometimes. You get what I'm saying? You got to get out, even if it's timing. A good jab, you can stop a bear if you punch him in the nose. If a bear coming at you, you punch it, and you stop, plant your feet, and punch it. Of course, you got to be a bad motherfucker to have the balls to stand there and do it. But if you can stop, I'm just saying, and punch a bear square in the nose, he's going to stop. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if either one of y'all have ever been hit in the nose, but I can tell you it's not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. So what I'm saying to you is I think he should have took some of the punch count down a little bit. And I think I don't know what kind of power Rashida got. I think he should have took it down just a little bit, just like I wanted my son to do in his fight. Take it down just a tad and focus on where he placed his shots, focus on how he delivers a shot, and focus on delivering them the correct way in the right spot. And I think that would have earned a little more respect from Villa. And Villa he would have Villa attacked him the entire time. That means he didn't respect any punch that Rashida threw. And Rashida was hitting him with some punches. He didn't respect any of it.
But coach, you've never had your son in there with someone that doesn't respect his power either? Like he's never landed his best shot and dude just like, let's go.
Not when he landed his best shot, no. Not his best shot, no. He got in there with one, and I ain't gonna sit on that right now. He was sparring somebody or whatever, but he was fighting that same exact style. And he was fighting that same exact style, throwing a bunch of bullshit. And the guy looked significantly stronger, but he wasn't. It was just a style that my son was using at that time. And I mean, no. It's about where you deliver a shot. It's certain things that as a fighter, the solar plex. It's certain things you can't protect. There's certain things you can't do. That's why timing is everything. If I punch you, if I get you with a good shot to the nose, if I get you with a good shot to the solar plexus, if I get you with a good kidney shot, if I get you with a good liver shot, not kidney shot, but a liver shot, if I get you with a good liver shot, you get what I'm saying? If I hit you in the correct place at the right time, then no, there's nothing you can do about it. And that's why sometimes you gotta take it down a notch, because when you're doing too much, it's nervous energy. That's when you get people talking about how amateurish a person is. You know what I mean? Like he fights like an amateur.
If you have a fighter with nervous energy, how does one fix that? Right. How does one correct that?
What I do is I got a fighter that I just started training last night. I ain't gonna say no names. He has the same thing, nervous energy. You know that tire drill? The tire drill where you put them in the tire?
Yeah.
What, to bounce?
The tire where you put
No. You got two fighters.
Where you spar inside the tire.
Yeah, two fighters with their
lead foot
inside the tire. Yes, sir.
Perfect. You let them know. You put them in there with different people, different times. You understand what I'm saying? Of course, grease the head gears up, make them be able to slip dip. If you can't, again, in this sport, if you're not made for it, you're not made for it. We ain't trying to fuck nobody up, but you just ask how you deal with the nervous energy.
Pops, that's so crazy. Let me tell you. I opened the gym. I was in the military. I opened the gym in Afghanistan, and before we got the ring, the trainer, the quote unquote trainer, because he ain't have no background necessarily. He just fought as an amateur. But the trainer we had us in a tire, and I never asked why. I'm just, you feel me? It's just a drill. That's part of the. Yo, that's crazy.
That shit real, man. That's real. Like
crazy.
It gets you. A lot of people don't teach. I remember as an amateur, when my son was an amateur, man, one of the biggest things was defense. I used to watch the kids come up, man. And this is even coaches who was in the gym with me. They would sit, they would get guys and kids. These are kids. He was talking 8, 9-year-olds. They would get kids in there and they would teach them a jab. They would teach them a right hand. They would let them throw, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, straight punches and this and that, whatever. Get them in there sparring. You see the kid getting fucked up. You see these kids in there fucking each other up, right? So, it's just 1, 2, 1, 2, just, grit it out. I used to tell my son, like, bro, defense. He'll tell you. Defense, the most important thing. A lot of these kids are not learning these things. They not understanding the step back. So if you start as an amateur fighter, if you start there from the beginning and if you were groomed right and you come up the right way, you're not going to be nervous in that ring.
For sure, man.
That's good to know because I'm sure a lot of people.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Hear me. Let me finish. Let me finish. Damn, I lost my train of thought. Oh no, I got it. Okay, the nervous energy. If you got 100 amateur fights, why would you still be nervous? Of course, there are going to be some guys such as Villa. Villa probably would have been one of them guys. I didn't feel his power. He was delivering the motherfuckers the correct way. Errol Spence delivers the motherfuckers the correct way. You have certain guys that you may have to change with Tank and Rolly. I think Tank had that. I'm sorry. I think Rolly had some thunder punches. That's why Tank got on that goddamn bike and got the hell on. You get what I'm saying? You got some guys where you have to pull certain things out your arsenal. That's why you have to learn to do what. But even when Tank was doing it, he wasn't nervous. He was tactically doing what he was doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Right. So
you could
I
tell
mean,
he was more attentive too.
Absolutely. He felt that shit. So that's what I'm saying. You're going to get in there with people. I mean, not to throw shots. I think that it's whatever. I don't care. I say this shit out loud. I think Rolly's retarded. I think not retarded. I think no. I'm sorry. I don't mean to say that. I'm sorry. Take that.
Don't
take that
worry,
away.
Coach. We around the same age. I ain't saying don't worry because the PC police gonna get us, but it slips out.
You feel me?
It slips out for me a lot.
No. People who have those type of, you know how some people be extra strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? How they say retarded.
I remember that phrase back in the day.
It's the truth. It's the truth. You know it's the truth, right? You say we the same age. You know it's the truth.
Yo.
So listen. With that being said, no, I'm serious. I believe the man is mildly retarded. I believe he is. I believe he's mildly retarded, and I believe he has sometimes, like, if you can't see good, your hearing is extra good. I think he's mildly retarded. I think he has a lot of strength.
He about to start calling out your son now. You know that, right?
I don't give a fuck. I think I really do. Now, that's no disrespect to him. I think he's fucking mildly retarded, and I think he has extra strength because he's mildly retarded. That's
he
just
is strong. I ain't gonna front. I was just.
He's very strong. Yeah.
I was just in the gym with him, and him and Bullet be doing pad work, and
right.
I honestly want to see one of them punches land on a motherfucker. For
right.
Real.
Right. That's what I'm saying. When he threw that shit at Tank, you ain't see Tank fucking eye light up and get the fuck on, man.
Bro, the way
go back and watch that fight.
The way he throws his overhand right is not a normal overhand right, because like the way Bullet is holding the pad is so that he can hit it down versus straight. So man, them shits be sounding like gunfire.
Man, he's very strong. I can, as any fighter, any trainer, anybody that know what the fuck they looking at can tell you. And again, I'm not shooting shots at the man. I'm a realist. That's what I keep trying to tell you. I ain't gonna fucking lie to you. I'm gonna tell you the negative about my son. I'm gonna tell you what I think. I'm a realist. I'm gonna tell you the negative about myself. I think that I think he's mildly retarded, and I think that made him extra strong. That's what I believe. And again, like I said,
is that a fight you want for your son? I know right now it's probably impossible due to the sides of the street, but he did call out Errol Spence.
And it looks like he's getting a title shot at 40 for his comeback fight.
Danny been saying that for like 4 months. I don't know.
I'm telling you,
I don't know
again. I don't know if you heard me in the beginning. You can really almost not ask me, is it a fight I would like? Because I'm always saying yeah. Again, that's why you have the people that's gonna filter that shit down to me. So do the promotion Top Rank like to fight? Does the management Fighters First like to fight? Does Adrian Clark like to fight? Now you come ask me, do I like that? That shit got filtered down before it ever got to me. So that means if they like it, he like it. If the Top Rank like it, Fighters First like it, Adrian like it, and it come to me, the fuck I'm gonna say, no, I don't like that fight. I don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
I don't give a shit. Yeah, I like that fight. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Put him in the ring. Let's see what he got. Put him in the ring. All we need is the correct preparation. That's the main thing. All we need is the correct preparation. the correct sparring, which is a huge problem in Atlanta, Georgia. That's why you got Hayden Brady
So that's
going to
why I wanted to
Philly.
talk to you. That's where I'm
Yeah,
going. I hate to cut you off, but I did
yeah,
hear
yeah.
you say that you have a business. So
You're
it
right.
sounded as if sometimes your work life may get in the way. You're just saying that Atlanta's hard to get sparring. Now that you're with Top Rank, are you guys gonna hold camp in Vegas to take advantage of all the sparring out here in Vegas?
All right. As far as my business, it pretty much runs itself for the most part. But if you ever know, it's just a bunch of headache, and I just like to be close by just in case a lot. But I can still do what I gotta do when I gotta do it. But yeah, absolutely. Wherever we need to, that's why I say at this point though, I'm good. So wherever we need to go, whenever we need to go, I'm down to go.
But is that on the docket? Like, obviously, you said there's a fight for May 13th.
13th.
May 13th. Is the
Right.
plans to come to
Oh
Vegas,
yeah, 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 we're
or
going. I'm
not
trying to
sure
go
yet?
to my. I'm not sure yet. We're going somewhere. Period. We're going somewhere this month. We're going somewhere next month. Like even before the fight, even before the training camp, we got to go regardless. So that's the decision I made after watching this last fight because my son, a lot of people don't know this, he broke his hand in September.
Mm.
My son broke his hand September the 6th. I want to say to be exact. He didn't spar, I think, but about 3, 4 times max from September 6th to his fight he just fought. And you're talking when he was here, he had next to no work in Atlanta. And then when we went to Philly, he sparred 2 days. So that's why I say, yeah, 4 times. He sparred 4 times. He sparred maybe twice here. That's in September the 6th when he broke his hand because, of course, he had let it heal. So, yeah, he would get back in there and try to, work it out, see how I do, whatever. He sparred with one guy. That guy lasted one round. This is his partner, so we good with that. That guy lasted one round. I can't think of nobody else he sparred here, but I know his one buddy that he sparred. And then we went to Philadelphia, and that was his first real time sparring. And he caught hell up there too. That's why we love going up there. And so when we went to Philly, the Bowling Gym in January. Yeah, no, December. I'm sorry, late December, right after Christmas. We went to Boulder Gym late December, right, and he worked with Boots a little bit, and he worked with another southpaw they had up there, and he worked with J Rock. So that was, and like I said, he had a rough time, boy. It's hell in Philadelphia, boy. That's why I say, shit, they let you know when you got it or not. That's why we got to go. There's nothing here. There's nothing here as far as sparring, man. People here are in. Let me shut up. Anyway, there's nothing here as far as sparring. These people here just want to look good, and whatever. They don't really want to be the best. If they want to be the best, they would be calling my son for the work because he's the best here. Clearly, nobody's doubting that. Nobody's denying that. I don't think anybody here would say any different. You know what I mean? So if y'all know that and you got other fighters here, you want to be the best, then they should be calling him. They should be coming to get to work. They should be coming to see how they line up. They don't even come to see where they line up at anymore. That behooves me. You know what I'm saying? That you don't even want to know where you at. You feel what I'm saying? Like you have whole fights where you go through a whole camp. I'm not sure who the fuck they sparring, but they sure not sparring him. So I don't know, man. But we don't get no work here at all. Zero. Nobody.
Coach, what's your thoughts on the Mustafa Mickens gym and the sparring that gets, that happens there and recorded?
Damn, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I don't want to disrespect that, man. God damn, you brought it back up to me. I apologize. So that was my son sparred 5 times. He went to Mustafa gym. You right. I'm so sorry about that. I forgot about it. Right before we left, Mustafa had 2 guys. He had one that was here from, I think, France. I forgot all about that. He had one guy that was here from France and another southpaw. I think he was an amateur. I don't know if he was going pro or whatever. Those are only 2 guys. He sparred with those 2 guys like a week before we went to Philadelphia. So you're right. Now, what were you asking me about Mustafa?
What's your thoughts on the sparring that takes place in that gym specifically and the fact that they normally post that sparring and the clips are it usually looks like guys are not evenly matched. Like one guy's always knocking someone out cold or dropping someone or no one's getting involved. Like someone hurts
Word.
someone.
Somebody getting their ass whooped.
Yeah, someone gets hurt and they're like fucking knocked out standing, and they just keep letting them punch like there's no referees. Like, I mean, I don't know. How what's your thoughts? That's your area.
Yeah, they're my people, and I know exactly who you're talking about when you're talking about that too, of course. But I mean, I wasn't even there when all of that took place. I wasn't there. I've never seen either of that. I seen it on the internet just like you did. I didn't see any of that in person. Anytime I go to Mustafa Gym, it's organized. It's nobody getting beat on like that. Everything is kosher. Everything is copacetic. There's no. I've never seen that person. I understand that maybe when you with all the sparring or whatever going on. Again, I told you guys want to shine. They want to shine on Instagram. They want to shine on social media for whatever reason. I mean, you know how it is, man. It's the world of the shock value. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to shine. So I don't know about that. I don't get into that. I've never dealt with it at Mustafa Gym. I like the work that I get when he helps me with whoever he got. This I will say about him. Whoever he got that he think can go in there with B, he does a lot in the spar. Nobody's over there just getting fucked up. It's not chaotic like you see on Instagram. Those little posts they when I'm there, it's not chaotic like that. So I really can't speak on what goes on when I'm not there, but that doesn't go on when I'm there.
And what's your thoughts over Mac Truck? Used to train with Mustafa, and since you said you sparred Boots, he's now being trained with Bozy. He's a shorter heavyweight. He took one loss a couple fights ago, or maybe in his last fight, I'm not sure. But I thought he was a magnificent heavyweight for a short guy. I hate that he took that first loss. What's your thoughts on Mac Truck and the fact that he's training with Bozy Ennis now? Damn, you don't think he as good as I did?
Can you hear me?
Oh, nah, you froze up.
Can you hear me?
Nah, you have froze up.
No. My call came in. No, don't take nothing. Just happened. A call came in. Yeah, no, Matt Truck, my boy. Matt Truck, my boy. Matt Truck, solid fighter. I agree. His style is perfect for him. The training he does for him. I don't know the situation of what happened between him and Mustafa. I don't know anything about any of that. I will say I understand the decision of leaving to go.
Froze up.
I will say, can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
sir.
Can you
Yes,
hear me? I understand the decision of going where the work is because there's a lot of work in Philadelphia. Mustafa can't manufacture the work. He can't manufacture the fighters. He can't manufacture the grit. He can't manufacture the heart. Not to say he doesn't have any, but he doesn't have any for Matt Truck at all. He doesn't have any, whatever. He doesn't have any for Matt Truck. So I understand the business decision. I hope, and I don't know if they got beef, whatever the case may be. I hope they don't. You know what I'm saying? I hope nobody took it personal or whatever. I think I just saw Mustafa post a video this morning, a little while ago. I think I saw Mustafa post a video, old video, him working with Matt Truck on the hand pads or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I hope nobody took it personal. I mean, just people get it misconstrued that since we got apart that we got to be enemies. Nah, it ain't got to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So I hope they got everything straight or whatever. But I do understand the business decision. Philadelphia is a great place. Like I said, Haven Brady up there, Matt Truck up there. Philadelphia is a great place to be to get. They got that dog work, man. They got that work.
Yeah, I really like Haven Brady.
They got that work.
He looked good the other night. I really like Haven Brady. But do you think
Haven's
Philadelphia is closer to Atlanta, that's a better fit?
Can you give me 2 seconds? 2 seconds, about 2 seconds. Hold on.
Go for it. You gotta answer that, Cole. So we're live with Brian Norman Sr.,
father trainer to Brian Norman Jr.,
former manager, and he's been a fantastic interview, very honest, and we appreciate that. The number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. The number's above our head if you want to call in and voice your opinion. We'll be wrapping up this interview in just a bit, and we're going to be taking calls. Remember, we're asking you, what's the bigger fight? Eddie believes Bivol versus Beterbiev for undisputed is bigger than Terence and Errol for undisputed.
I'm sorry, boss.
No
What were you saying
worries.
about Haven?
I
I'm
was
sorry.
I was just saying that I was impressed with Haven, but I was asking, is it better and more convenient for you guys to just go to Philly and get that work with Boots rather than coming to Vegas?
I like I like Boots. I like his daddy. I like the atmosphere. I don't think we've ever been to we know we have never been to Vegas or Spa. So that's probably the reason.
Okay.
We've never been to Vegas or Spa. I know Top Rank got a gym, so we're gonna go there or whatever. I think it just became more convenient. I think it just became more convenient and just, how like, it's like, okay, if I can do it's like if I got a fucking Walmart down the street, why the hell I'm gonna go to Walmart, 7 hours away. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, for
I
sure.
think I think yeah, I think that's about it, man. I mean, when you can get that same work, I mean that work, man. Like I said, I really, really like Bozy, and I really, really like how he operate. I like how they do things up there. I really, really like everybody in that gym. They do real good work, man. They very professional. I like it, man. You know what I'm saying? It didn't I've been to gyms where it's very hostile. You can feel a little hostile energy, but of course you're gonna have certain people room for their people, their home guys and everything else. But that it is not like it's not like what we dealt with before, man. We done been to some places where, man, it was crazy. I lost my voice because I was the only supporter of my son. The shit was crazy. So it's not like that, man. I really, really like the way Bozy, handle his business. So if you can get it right there, why, but that would be good. We're gonna go. To Vegas and get some sparring too. That's fine too. But
Well,
but but, but based on what I'm saying now is I just like to work at Bozy's gym right
for sure. Well, Coach, I think those
now.
are
Right.
all our questions. But if you don't got Frank's number out here from Top Rank, we could definitely hook you up with it so you can make all the proper arrangements. Because he gets everybody to spawn. Like you let him know you're coming, and then he
Oh
starts
well,
to find people.
we definitely coming before. We're gonna have to go before his next fight either way because we like to be tested. Again, that's what I'm saying. The people who fucking say, man, sparring is sparring, shut the fuck up. You just a test. Sparring is a test. Nobody goes to another person's city and say, well, yeah, no, I'm just gonna jab today. I'm gonna do no. You do that shit in your own gym. You do that shit in your own backyard. You take a lesser fighter or even a good fighter and you throw jabs today. You work on that straight right hand. You work on that overhand. You work on some shit with him. But when it's time to go to a new gym, you got eyes watching. You got cameras rolling. You don't know what the fuck you got. Eyes looking. You got people on Instagram and everything else. These people looking for this shit. That shit
Yeah.
always kill me, man. It kills me when they see certain people. These same people who will say sparring is sparring. I see these same people commenting on somebody else post saying, "Oh man, you see him whooping such ass?" Like, bitch, I thought sparring was sparring. What the fuck are you talking about? You know
Pause,
what I'm saying?
that's ain't that the politically correct answer though?
That shit is stupid, man. Motherfuckers who say, listen, the only motherfuckers who say sparring is motherfuckers who don't fight. That's it. Old coaches who may say some working on some shit, yes, because you've had your fight in there every now and then working on some shit, but you do not go in there with a dangerous fighter fucking half stepping. You go in there fucking working. You go in there to get that work. I see people say you don't want to beat your sparring partner out of the ring. Yeah. If you're fighting and you're getting ready for a fight and your sparring partner can't stand the ring, then you need to get a new sparring partner. You don't fucking carry your sparring partner.
Yo, that's crazy because I just had a discussion with a fighter who is fighting, who was preparing for a fight, and I had people reaching out to me looking for sparring for this individual, and I heard he
Right.
just been fucking everybody up in sparring, and
Right.
that's why he can't get no work. And
So
and
he gotta find that work.
I told him, I'm like, yo, like, why you beating on so and so? He like, man, we here to work. If they
They
ain't
in
got
the work.
and it's like
I like
ain't
it.
a fighter.
Whoever the fuck it is, tell him I like it. Goddamn. Tell him I like him. Whoever it is, I like him. Exactly. You here to work. You ain't here to fucking play. This ain't no basketball game. This ain't no motherfucking golf. This ain't no fucking tennis. This is a hurt sport. If you're not ready to get hit, if you're not ready to risk if you're not ready to take the risk of getting your ass whooped, then you need to find something else to do. My son has been touched very, very, very few. Sometimes it didn't feel good, whatever, but very few in his life or whatever the case may be. But he has. But like I said, that's part of the game. And he go back and fuck him right back up. We coming right back forward. That's why I don't understand these people not coming to get that work. You get better. Like, so is that it? So you let this person whoop your ass. So now what you done? You're not gonna keep trying to get better? Like, okay, so if that's the case, then fucking retire.
Well,
you feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I do want to get your thoughts on our main topic before we let you go. This will officially be the last question. Eddie Hearn believes Artur Beterbiev, Dmitry Bivol is a bigger undisputed fight than Errol and Terence Crawford. Which of those two fights is the bigger fight in your opinion?
Well, I'm an American. I'm a black American. So you gotta answer the question. But with that being said, I do my best to try to think outside the box. Overseas, I have zero clue what kind of buzz and what kind of shit they got going. Here is not even a question. Here is not even a question. And in fucking America, it's not a question. I don't know how it is, everywhere else.
Pops, let me
You know what I'm
ask you.
saying? So
Let me ask you this then: Errol Spence, Bud Crawford, and then you got Tank and Ryan. Which one of those two is the bigger fight for you?
Terence Crawford and Errol Spence all day. Period. That's the biggest fight in boxing.
Even
Even though
bigger-
they killed her
Even bigger
even though
than
they killed
Ryan Tank?
yes,
Oh.
absolutely. Hell yeah. Everybody want to see that shit. Everybody. I mean, you got people who think that Tank gonna dominate Ryan, which I don't. You got people who think that Tank gonna knock Ryan ass out. You know what I'm saying? Dominate him. I mean, Ryan is what 23, 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So Ryan 23, 24 years old. Tank 27 years old. Tank got a lot more fights. He
I
got a
think
lot
Tank
more.
28.
28. Yeah, you're right. I got a son, Tank age. That's crazy. Anyway, so Tank is 28 years old. He got his grown man strength. You got Ryan 23, 24 years old. He's a fucking baby or whatever the case may be. He does have a lot of physical abilities or whatever. And Ryan and Terence Crawford and Errol Spence, you don't really have unless you have the Butter Knights, whatever the fuck you want to call them, or the Spitzer Knights. Only those fans. I'm just saying. Only those fans are doing that. But that's really a very competitive fight. You know what I'm saying? I personally think that Tank is gonna be a heavy favorite, but I think Ryan Garcia got a damn good chance.
He's actually not. The betting line is
Really?
out. He's only like a 2-1. He's a minus 200, and I think Danny Check and Ryan was like a plus 160.
Oh shit! Oh,
Yeah, it's
well, I
tight.
thought he would. I think he'll be a heavier favorite coming up to it. I got Errol Spence beating Terence Crawford hands down. I got Errol Spence knocking out Terence Crawford.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
You know what
yeah,
that
I do.
mean now. They gonna really take them sparring sessions to the next level now.
Hey, I don't give a.
They gonna-
What part of we're not afraid? Did you not hear what I'm trying to say to you?
have you guys ever sparred, Spence?
No, never.
Well, let me
But I
just
love.
tell you. Let me
Yeah.
just tell you. Please text Adrian. That is his man.
I know.
You
Yeah, I
can
know.
get in there.
I know.
Okay.
We'll see how they go. Yeah, we'll see how they go.
Just make sure you
Yeah.
text me.
Yeah. I got you. We'll see how they go.
All right. Well, Coach, man, we appreciate you. If you got any social
Hey.
media or you want to address anything or you want to direct our audience to any websites or anything, go ahead and do so at this time.
Nah,
We do
I don't
appreciate
care
you,
about
man.
this shit. I don't care. I'm not one of the Instagram. I don't care nothing about this shit. Listen, I gotta say this though. You were saying we have a harder time because we were supposed to spar with we were supposed to be in Devin Haney. Who did he just fight last?
George Kambosos.
Yes,
Jinx.
yes, yes. We was trying to get in that camp.
In
The fucking
in
issue being,
in Devon's
go
or
ahead,
in Cambosis?
and Devin.
Okay.
But let me explain what the bullshit seemed to be, and this is why my son be getting mad at me. And again, people not, this new age is fucking crazy because I'm sitting here telling you the fucking bald faced, cold hearted truth. And people would rather deal and listen to bullshit, fake ass lies just because of what they want to believe. But um the consensus is out and they believe that my son is a clout chaser. Not due to the fact, not thinking about my son never spoke about anybody, really. My son never, he doesn't continue to do that shit. So with Devin Haney, Bill Haney got back with my guy and was like, nah, he heard about the other, we hear the shit with him and Terence Crawford and the shit with him and Tank. He didn't want us coming up there doing that. So I don't even want people having that fucking feeling and that thought. We don't do that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
Ho. What you do to
Yeah.
Tank?
What? Oh, well, now that's totally, man. I don't even feel like it. That's a whole nother damn subject. That's a whole nother subject, man. I don't want to talk about that because I don't like Tank. You know what I'm saying? And so many other people do like Tank. I'm gonna create a whole lot of enemies on here, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even got nothing to do with that. Whatever. But just know that they got their work in. Tank Photoshop a picture of my son nose when you can look at an interview right after they fucking sparred and his nose was fine. The bump on his nose just is what it is. Like the fighter got that bump on his nose, like I got right there. So anyway, though, man, that's a bunch of bullshit. But bottom line is, it's coming out the wrong way. So we're trying to get work, we're trying to get places, and you got motherfuckers knowing that B is dangerous in those type of situations, and either they don't want their work because of that, or they don't want their work because they think that we're letting shit out when we're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? What's up? We're not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? So again, man, just for anybody, man, it's all about their work, man. That's why we didn't record. We didn't attempt to record with Terence Crawford. No, I didn't even attempt to bring out my camera. Red was sitting there with a fucking camera. I would have loved to record that shit. I ain't record shit because I didn't want that issue. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody looking for no fucking clout. He gonna get the clout by whooping somebody's head. That's it. That's the only clout we need.
Well, Coach, that is all our questions. I want to thank you once again for coming on the show, and we look forward to getting your son back on once you guys get that official fight announcement.
Okay, boss. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Y'all take it easy, man.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay, boss. You too.
All right. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is the trainer and father of Brian Norman Jr. Great interview. We're back to our regular scheduled interview, topic. So if anybody wants to call in and let us know
their opinion, their thoughts, feel free to do so. 425-569-5241.
5241.
You
or you can request.
You got to press one time. We also are open on Twitter Spaces and Discord.
Yes, sir. So on Discord, you got to raise your hand. Twitter Spaces, I got the unbiased fan is back. What up? Buenos dias. You got to unmute, champ. Unmute your mic. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
What's good, y'all?
Another day, another show.
Yeah, man, the grind continues, right?
You know it.
So the topic is Bivol, Beterbiev, bigger than Spence and Crawford.
According to Eddie, Mr. Edward Hearns, the pot stirrer.
Yeah, he is definitely a pot stirrer. He be reaching sometimes, though. He got the Douse him reach sometimes. It's kind of... I think when you look at the overall like the big picture of it, I think Spence and Crawford's bigger. But if you're going regionally and looking at certain locations in certain areas of the world, then it may be considered a bigger fight in different parts of the world. So I mean, I guess it's all relative, you know,
Where do you think
where you are.
Bivol and Beterbiev is bigger than Earl and Crawford? Because Danny, I think, suggested maybe Saudi or
Yeah, I was saying the Middle East probably.
Yeah, I think that's a legitimate point. It is a very distinct possibility that it could be bigger there. Again, I don't know for a fact that that it's bigger or not. I can't speculate because I'm not from those regions in that area. I'm just saying that if I was trying to look at it objectively, it's definitely a possibility that it is bigger in a different part of the world because part of the problem with Crawford and Spence and what led to this fight not happening is because neither one of their star powers is as big as it should be based on their skill set and their accomplishments and their talents as fighters.
Absolutely, man.
So
I'm
I
with you.
mean, yeah, I mean Eddie Hearn always gonna stir the pot. I mean sometimes you gotta just take what he say as a grain of salt, but it has some validity depending on where you live. The United States, no way. I think most of the world no, but you go to certain parts of the world, Bivol and Beterbiev might be bigger. And until recently with this WBC crap, I would thought this fight would be the Bivol and Beterbiev fight would be a bigger chance of happening. I would just have my eye on Bob Arum because Bob Arum was kind of moving funny over the course of the last year in regards to that fight. And I'm thinking, if you be on that bull crap,
What you
I'm
mean
going to
moving
act up.
funny?
Well, he was kind of hinting that the fight wasn't going to happen unless he had absolute control of the terms of everything. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I got from what Bob Arum had said in the past about a Beterbiev and Bivol fight. And I think that's partly because even though neither one of them are, they're not from Russia, but their heritage is from there. So in some ways, people look at that fight where it may not be a big enough money fight unless you're able to get it in Saudi Arabia. So it may not be an easy fight to make just because you got Bob Arum doesn't want to have control. And then you have Matchroom, and see the three belts that Beterbiev does have him a little bit of bargaining power. But then you got Bivol who beat Canelo and raised his profile significantly. Because for me, he was easily the 2022 Fighter of the Year. So it's an interesting dynamic at the end of the day. But I would like to see both fights. But I just at this point, one of them I think is done. One of them might be toast. And you know which one that is.
Yeah, man. The one that's been out for 6 years. Champ, I appreciate your call. And
appreciate you.
I appreciate you. We're going to get to some other people. Anybody else ready to rock and roll? You know what to do. The number to call, 1425
569 5241. Press 1 time.
Let's go. Is this what the 402? Ain't that Bernie?
Nebraska. That's
Nebraska.
Bernie. Oh, that's
I'm
Bernie.
going with Bernie. Is this Bernie? Champ, this you?
Nah, this Nebraska. Who we got in Nebraska?
Yeah. Hello. What up, Coach?
Can you hear me?
Perfect.
You got me? Okay, I'm back on. What's good with the guys?
We good, man. We good. We just wrapped up the interview with Brian Norman Sr.
Yeah, I seen her. Then I got the text, but I want to say this. A lot of folks just hate me, man, because I'm too real. I don't know. I don't want to be arrogant or facetious or none of that shit, though. But see how the nigga got on there talking about I'm a bold-faced lie? Then he talking to Travion. Travion is just Bud's little cousin. Nothing in no boxing, no manager, no promoter, no trainer, no nothing. So that's just his cousin. You feel me? So he know a couple things because Bud talked to him about things, just tell him, but he don't. You feel me? So, like I say, he coming at me. Listen, all I told y'all was straight up truth. I'm not going. He talking about the straight up truth. If I would have knew that. I didn't know that he just came out of camp with boots, and that's the reason why they didn't say that. That ain't what Red said. Red didn't tell me that. Red just said that they said no. Then I want to know this too. How the fuck y'all gonna be world champions if y'all scared to leave home? 10 days is not that long to be gone. We be gone for 6 weeks. How the fuck they gonna get somewhere if they ain't fucking feel me? Then you got Philadelphia. Then I'm listening to talking about Philadelphia. Well, Philadelphia's a great fighting town, but you got one style over there. All they do is fight. They don't do no boxing really, and all they do is fight. So you ain't really gaining too much out there in Philadelphia. But Vegas is everywhere from everywhere. Like you talking about the Bivols and all these foreign motherfuckers coming out there. That's where the real work is at in Vegas, in LA. Okay. But the man called me a bold-faced lie and all this shit. Like I say, I ain't studying him about nothing. But you know how
he said he didn't know who you was. Right? Ain't that what he said?
Then he said, I didn't know who that motherfucker. That's cool, but I didn't know who the fuck he was neither. I didn't know who the fuck Brian Norman was neither. I didn't know who the fuck he was when we got out of there. I didn't know who the fuck he was. I didn't know his name. I didn't know shit. So we all had to get introduced to somebody. But now I know, so tell that motherfucker do some research, nigga. Brian Norman, see you do your research, nigga. Now, I fought in the National Golden Gloves. I fought in the USAs. I fought in the Silver Gloves. I was a pro. I've been boxing for 30 years. When you fought, how you fought, who we beat.
He fought.
Yeah, he fought. He fought.
Nah,
yeah,
Coach.
he fought.
He fucking fought.
Yeah, he fought. Yeah.
He went 10 rounds with John Pascal. He fought Dominic Wade. He fought Fernando Guerrero. He fought. He fought. Nah, he really fought. He impressed me.
He fought him. Okay.
Edwin Rodriguez, undefeated.
He fucking fought Edwin Rodriguez.
All these guys he fought undefeated.
Yeah, he fought for. I was shocked when I checked that man's resume.
Tracy Sneed.
I mean, he lost, but he ain't get knocked out by them dudes. Like, you ain't get knocked out by. He ain't get knocked out by Pascal, Bernie. Come on.
I ain't. That's cool. I don't give a fuck. You don't get no place for losing. But listen, but no, so he been in the ring. Okay, so he been in the ring. But like I said, I ain't got no trouble with them. You know what I mean? Like I said, all I did was just tell the truth. You know, and like I said, this guy, they was going around saying shit. That shit ain't just out. They saying shit. So he talking about, of course, Devin didn't want to go over there. Okay, he's a big guy. He might give Devin a little work. But this is another thing too. I want to say about sparring. Sparring is important, but it ain't the all the be all. Now, if this guy knows, some people can beat world champions in the gym, but when they get underneath the lights, they don't do shit. Now, this guy, like I say, he's supposed to be all this and all that. What he do? He ain't look like shit in that last fight. He ain't look like nothing.
Nah,
so,
come on, Bernie. You gonna say he looked like shit?
Like shit. Oh, my mama. When we came back, I didn't even watch it, bro.
So how you gonna say he looked like shit?
I did. Then I went and watched it because they say he looked like shit.
Oh, okay.
He ain't look like nothing.
I ain't think he looked like shit though. That
I
fight.
know, of course, because y'all want to be biased and y'all wanna.
Biased to who, Bernie? Come on, man. You gotta believe yourself.
Listen, I don't got no problem with that guy. But listen, when we talking about a guy, that guy, Brian Norman ain't about nothing, man. Lord bless him. He all right. He ain't. I don't see him being no dominant force in boxing. I don't see him being world champion. I just don't see that in him. I just don't see that in him. I think he can fight. He got some talent. He got some skills, but I don't see that in him. Just like I don't see Boots dominating 47 or 54. And then I see this too. I listen to him, which is okay. They with them. They over there, so they are biased. That's talking about. He thinks Spence gonna beat Bud. Hands down type shit. Man, get the fuck out of here. Man, I mean,
yeah, he said he feel y'all get stopped.
Yeah, and couldn't even tell why. Why? He even going to and say why. He just don't own that reason because they all on that way. They all in the same little category, all over there. That's the only reason why he said that. The man that couldn't tell me why. Brian Norman Sr., get back on here and call and tell me why Crawford gonna get stopped. I'm waiting on you. Tell me why Crawford gonna get
I
stopped.
think he said
It's
something
okay, you
about
can bleed to get
the
stopped.
punch placement. I think that's what he was saying. He had talked about one other person and then said Spence too. Spence know how to place them punches. He gonna stop Crawford. That's kind of what I heard.
Crawford don't though. Crawford don't though. Come on, man. Like I say, Crawford don't. Like I say, we best. He pound for pound. Not on my list. Not just for me thinking. Not just for me thinking. Now this is the beat. These people that been around boxing. And matter of fact, fuck the people that been around boxing. Fuck the motherfuckers that write boxing. We talking about the motherfuckers that fight. Like I say, I've said 1,000 times. We talking about all-time great legends that give this man that. All-time great legends that signed with Bud Crawford. You understand? So, like I say, listening to a guy like that, you can hear the bias in him. Again, like I said, it been a lot of flack because he about with him and Bud or whatever, the nigga talking shit about Bud. Hell yeah. You goddamn right. Because if a nigga talk shit about my people, I'm coming after that motherfucker. I don't give a fuck who he is. If it's you, Ness, if it's you, family, if they talking shit about you, you my people, I'm coming after them. I'm a damn sure break them up some type of way. We gonna figure this shit out. You gonna have to stand on everything you said. So yeah, I'm bringing it, motherfuckers. Like I say, so I wish them guys happy in the future. But like I say, listening to them, that motherfucker said, "Oh, we was out in town for 10 days." I don't give a fuck. 10 days, nigga, take 2 days off and come back home, nigga. How long had you been home? What just got home? Did you just get home yesterday? Did you just get home the day before yesterday? Or you been home a week or two, nigga? Now get your shit and pack your bag and let's go. The fuck? How you gonna get somewhere? Talking about I just with Boots. Who the fuck is Boots? We just seen who Boots was. Boots ain't won shit. Boots ain't done shit. Who the fuck is Boots? Come get that work, nigga. You talking about that want that work? Now, why they ain't came to Nebraska yet?
He did say, Bernie, he did say, I don't know, because he was on for a minute. You might have missed it. He did say they're more than willing to come out there whenever.
And he said he was calling Red and he was calling other people, and then he finally got the number for Bomac, called Bomac, told Bomac he wanted to go out there, and Bomac never answered back. So set it up, Bernie. I'll be the middleman.
You know I'm setting it up now. These niggas got a free invitation. Get on the plane right now, motherfucker. Be here by Monday, nigga.
Hold up.
In the gym. He just went 48 minutes yesterday.
Hold up.
48 minutes. Come in and just.
But is you bringing them in to spar or you bringing them in to fight? Because if you bringing them in, you got to fly them in. You got to give them accommodations. That's what sparring partners get.
He said they pay their way. He said they pay their way.
That's what they said. There he go. He said they was talking about, no, we ain't got to pay. So pay your motherfucking way.
Yeah, but you know he was just saying that on the interview. You know he was just saying that. Like, come on, who don't want to get paid for the work? You spawn a pound.
Now we talking. Now we're not on the interview. Now we're talking for real. Okay, like I just said.
So that's what I'm saying. You one of the trainers. Set something up right now. Like, is you giving him the flight? Does he got a hotel? Like, what does he got? Do he gotta do it all himself just to get out there, or y'all gonna give him a flight and hotel?
All itself. That's what we had to do all ourselves. All itself.
I don't know, man. I heard y'all flew Jesus Ramos out, gave him a nice little spot to stay.
No, Jesus Ramos was getting ready for a fight. No, we didn't. Jesus Ramos was getting ready for a fight. Jesus Ramos on it. He with PBC, bro. We was with Top Rank. Come on now.
So y'all ain't flying him in to be a sparring partner?
No. Jesus Ramos didn't even spar Bud, bro. Ramos didn't even spar Bud, bro. Come on.
Who was he sparring?
The other one, I don't even think the other one did. I don't even think the other one sparred, bro. I think that other one, if I'm not lying, he got some work with the other sparring partners we was working with because it was the Sean Porter. I think he got the work. The Abel sparred with the other guys that Bud was sparring with. Jesus Ramos never sparred with Bud, bro. Never. We didn't fly Jesus Ramos out for a sparring session. Come on now.
Well, I mean, they said they'll pay their way, so hopefully.
Yeah, but come on, man. Come on. He a prospect. How you gonna?
Oh, come on, man. No, I don't want to hear that. No.
I'm just saying. I want shit done traditionally. Bill Haney paid for sparring.
But I'm just saying, if they already put it out there, should they put it out there?
Yeah, but he put it out there because he was angry.
Thank you.
He put it out there because he was angry.
Wait.
Bro, but I'm just saying, bro. But that just
yeah,
like
but Danny, they're starting team.
But
who knows if they got that money?
But listen to me. If you offer me X amount of dollars a month and I come in, nah, bro, I take $1K less. Bro, I did that to myself. The opportunity was, I ain't even leave that opportunity for me to negotiate that. You know what I'm saying?
In a heated interview, I wouldn't take that as
it can't be heated if he was by himself, champ.
Right.
It ain't
Thank
like
you,
it ain't like
Thank
I'm
you,
just
Danny.
saying. No, I'm just
Thank
trying to
you,
be
Danny.
fair. It ain't like Bernie was calling him
I
out his
understand.
name or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Did it get intense? It did. It was a good interview. I'm just saying he put it out to the world.
He said that based off Bernie's last interview with us. He like, yeah, I seen what he came on here and said. So he was coming off that energy. That's what I'm saying. If we eliminate the interviews and the back and forth, we get them together.
It sounds like you don't want it to happen, bro. It sounds
I
like
want
you trying to
I
make
want it to happen.
Yeah.
I just understand that he's a
Yeah.
20-year-old kid that may need
Look,
some finances.
Bro, what you talking about? First of all, he's
How did
22.
they-
He's
the
22.
boot-
He
the
just
boot
got.
line work?
Look, hold
The
on,
boot
Bernie.
line work?
Look,
The
no,
boot
see,
line work?
look, Bernie, Ness is doing it wrong because what happened is Brian just got signed, brother. So his pop just said what he said. You not supposed to be asking Bernie to fly them out. You supposed to fly us out because we kind of helped make this. You know what I mean? That's what's really supposed to be going on. You know what I mean, Bernie? So we don't need no 2 rooms, a double. You know, we'll take the double. It's all good.
Hey, listen this. Like I said, and listen, I'm gonna say this. We gonna leave this at that. Bud just went 48 minutes yesterday at 4. That's 4 minutes a round. So it topped out at 48 minutes. He did another thing he just did. He went around the whole gym, sparred everybody in the gym. Okay. So we just did 48 minutes. We getting in a little shade. We hanging out. We still in the gym. They can come anytime they want. Brian Norman Sr., y'all can show up at B&B Boxing Academy anytime you guys want and get all the sparring you want. If you want Bud Crawford, you can show up at B&B. You don't have to. All you got to do is text them and tell them you come. Matter of fact, you ain't got to do that. Just show up. Just show up. Bud is in the gym pretty much every day. Just show up. And if you really got the thing, DM Bud and let him know he's coming. DM Bud. Bud is on Instagram all the time. Bo ain't on no Instagram. He don't do none of that shit. So, you know what I mean? He barely called me back. He barely answered the phone. He do whatever he wants with the phone. So, like I say, if you really want to get to the man himself, call Bud, text Bud, and make it happen. You can fly in anytime you want. You can get 48 minutes. You can get how many motherfucking rounds you want. Now that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you heard it from me. Now, and that's true story. Just like a motherfucker come in every day, they come in. Motherfuckers come down from Kansas City to spar. Motherfuckers come, listen, all you got to do is DM Bud, tell him I want to come spar, and bring his ass on. That's all they got to do. Now, then, like I said, this too. You know, it only time will tell. Sparring is sparring. He talking about sparring and sparring. Well, you better be careful when you sparring. You should be sharp if you're fighting a dangerous guy. But listen, motherfuckers look like world champions in the gym and look like shit under the lights. So let's just see. They talking about, oh boy, talking about, now, like I say, then to his point, he talking about, I seen Breadman say this. Now, you know they from Philadelphia. Boots is like the greatest sparrer I ever seen in person. Boots sparring is the greatest sparrer I ever seen. Okay. But he got in there and didn't know how to get with a mover. So obviously they ain't doing, all they doing is standing in front of him. He ain't getting no real looks. Never. He's getting all Philadelphia looks. He ain't getting no other looks. So he got somebody standing in there with him, and they trading punches. That's what Philadelphia fighters do. They bang. They brawlers. They bang. They got some finesse to them, but they're fighting hard, just like Melvin Taylor. They have a fighting. That's how they do. A Samuel Todd. That's how they do. They fight. They're gonna do. They gonna bang. A Rasheem Jefferson. What they gonna bang? Okay, I'm not knocking that. That's how they fight. Joe Frazier. That's how they fight. But like I said, this man talking about he's the greatest sparrer. But when he got out there with his best opponent, he couldn't do shit with him. He couldn't even stay focused in the fight. So like I said, come on, man. You know what I mean? Come on now. Answer them questions. The man couldn't even stay focused in the fight. He's the greatest sparrer. Oh, he's a great. Where are you being sparring then? You couldn't have seen all the sparrings. You missed a whole lot of sparring. Boots is the greatest sparrer. Why he didn't do none of that shit in the fucking ring? He ain't throw no fucking triple hooks. That stupid ass Mike Tyson shit. That shit looked dumb. Come on now. Like I say, I like Boots. He a decent fighter, but come on now. This overhyping shit. These motherfuckers And just like I said to this point, again,
Hey, no,
it's all
Bernie, I
about
ain't gonna
experience
lie.
as well.
I ain't gonna lie. I kind of and I really like Boots. I just want that to be clear. Like I really like Boots. But yo, we had a caller the
Yeah.
other day. He was like, "Yo, what was it like being around Boots? Like he's practically like a god. Like did it feel surreal to you?" And I'm just like, "Bro, what do you mean?" Like,
Who
oh
the fuck
man.
is Boots? These niggas is so sad and pathetic, bro. It just burns me up. It just burns me up. But like I say, a lot of people, a lot of hype on him. A lot of hype on him. A lot of hype, just like Berlanga, bro. Just like Berlanga. I just seen that shit come out. They said Berlanga gonna get his hat handed to him. Berlanga is weak as fuck. Berlanga is weak, bro. Talking about, man, come on. Berlanga weak, talking about, man, that man said, I swear to God, I seen this. I don't know if they write these things true or not. But he said he was going to fight Canelo first, then Magia. Nigga, you ain't going to make it from Canelo. Yeah, they going to beat, man, get your ass, man, Berlanga, come on. Because he got nice jewelry, because he got nice clothes, because he's from Puerto Rico. Berlanga is trash. Berlanga is trash. Of course, Bob Arum them let him go. Nigga, you're trash. Of course we're going to let you go. You're trash. You're trash. Come on now. So like I said, then we got hold on, what else did I see that was out there trending? Oh, then y'all said, let's get on the main topic. We talked about Bivol and them. Well, Bivol and I think that's a great fight. But again, like you said, this is America. This is America. That's the best fight. This is the best fight. It's Spence and Crawford. That's the biggest fight. It's like I say, it harkened back to the old days of, from the beginning of boxing. It harkened back to those times. So Bivol and O'Boy is okay, but they fucking foreigners. They foreigners. It's a great fight. It's a huge fight, but they foreigners. You understand? And so again, like I say, again, and to show you that, it's just like this. They got Berlanga. They talk all about Berlanga knocking out 16 bums, but then O'Boy knocking out world champions, and he ain't get no respect nowhere. He ain't get no clout nowhere. So like I say, Berlanga's more of American, even though he's representing Puerto Rico. He's more of American. He's with American television, so they're gonna hype him up. They're gonna keep him far away because he white, but he Russian. He ain't American. You feel me? Just like I say, if Tyson Fury was American, was white boy, stop it. Tyson Fury be a billionaire.
Man, nah, you tripping. You tripping. I think he crossed over better than any American fighter. I'm gonna be honest with you, Tyson. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a Mexican American, I think he crossed over in a bigger way than Canelo. Like, bro, when Tyson was fighting Fury, Tyson was the biggest fucking athlete.
Tyson is Fury, so who we talking
Yeah,
about?
when he was fighting Wilder, he was like, was top 5 athlete in this fucking country. He was on Joe Rogan. He was on all these fucking shows. People that ain't watched boxing, he was reaching so many people. Like, Tyson Fury, the motherfucker, he got it the right way.
I think Tyson Fury, like I say, listen, I ain't saying Tyson Fury ain't embraced, but he's not as embraced. If Tyson Fury was a white American, if Tyson Fury was from America, it'd be a different story. I mean, he's still doing really good. But if he was American, come on, man.
Man, I don't know. People ain't loved in this country. Floyd is a billionaire because people pay to watch him lose. Ain't nobody, like, the majority of people wasn't paying to watch him win.
He's black, bro. He's black.
Okay, so why ain't Caleb get that endearment?
But he is popular.
No, I mean he is.
But Caleb got that swag though. He ain't playing up his white side. He playing up his urban side. You know that.
Side. Yeah. He got the black girl. He got all the whole swag like a black guy. Now, again, there you go. You said a good thing. That's true. And like I said, but again, he playing up to So I'm not. And I think, and then again, you got to say this too though. Caleb Plant, he just upped his career with that double hook knockout he knocked out Durrell. That was spectacular. That put him up a little notch higher. But Tyson Fury, like I said, he Deontay, you've seen his story. We've seen his story play out. And then, like I say, he get dropped by Deontay Wilder and got hit on the way down. And this motherfucker wakes up from the dead and steps to Deontay. That's huge. and then he went out there and stopped him 2 times. Come on now, like I say, so that's huge. But if he would have been a white boy from Iowa or Kansas or some shit like that, man, come on now. That motherfucker, man, Tyson Fury be all over. Tyson Fury be all kind of commercials around on TV. Feel me? Come on, he be all over the place. But that's just marketing strategy, and that's the way things go. So like I said, but I think that Bivol and them is a great fight. I think Bivol, what's his name, Beterbiev. I didn't watch the whole fight, but they say he got touched up a little bit, and things happen. But sometimes you gotta look like that so motherfucker fight you. But I guess they said, oh boy, he ain't fight. He's gonna fight Canelo at 68, so they're gonna drain him down to 68, and fight Canelo.
I mean, that ain't official, but yeah, Eddie is saying that Canelo want that, he want his get back.
But fuck Canelo. I think not in that way. But I mean, like I said, I was just talking to my little partner last night at the gym. I said, okay, he gonna drain this guy, and it's only gonna be on this guy if he get beat. You can't blame your weight drain or nothing if Canelo beat you. Canelo just want to get the win on you. So they're gonna offer you a little bit more money to hurt yourself a little bit, so we can have a better plan. So I can have a better chance to beat him. So like I say, for Bivol, like I said, I already beat Canelo. You my leftovers, bro. I don't need you no more. I will go and fight Beterbiev, who's a killer, who's a wrecking ball tank, and it's gonna add to my legacy with what I've been defending my championship in the light heavyweight division.
Yeah,
so
but Bernie, look though, Beterbiev already 38. He ain't gonna get that bag with Beterbiev like he gonna get it with Canelo. So if you already beat a guy one time and you already told the world that you could make the weight, why wouldn't I take the bag again and then go fight the older unified champion? You know what I'm saying? And now it's like I come with even more leverage because now I just undisputed 68, and now I'm a bigger name because I done beat Canelo twice. It ain't no fluke. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
And
But
even
at the
if he
same time,
lose,
too,
look,
all
even
money
if he
is good
lose,
money.
now he could still go make that fight for undisputed at 75
Yeah.
because he got his belt.
I understand that, but it diminishes the fight.
No, I mean I
It
hear you.
diminishes the
I
fight.
hear you
If
speak.
lose,
So
it diminishes the fight.
so you
And so I
definitely
see
not
that-
in
what I'm
agreement
thinking-
with Earl fighting Keith at 54. Then you don't like that.
No, I think that's a good fight. Like I told you, but
At
I said this,
54?
I think that's a smart fight for him. Yeah, I think it's this. I'm saying it like this. I think he gonna make 47. Okay, but he been hanging out. He been chilling, enjoying his life. And like I say, why make and then it's a couple of different things. I don't want to say it's a slight towards Keith Thurman. I'd rather think it's a better way to keep the organization bodies at bay. And at the same time, like I say, Keith Thurman is a dimensional fighter. He know how to do punches from different angles. He know how to use his feet and different things like that. And Keith Thurman to be the best fighter that he fought up until this time. So I think that's a good fight for him. I think that, like I say, it'll be a healthy fight for him. Like I say, he don't got to really kill himself to make that extra 6 pounds or whatever it is, which is a lot in boxing. And so I think it's a good fight for him. Now, like I'm saying, if I'm Errol Spence, I'm not going to keep leading on to Crawford. I'm going to get right back in the gym depending on how Keith Thurman is. I'm expecting to come through. But I might take a week off, week and a half, and I'm right back in the gym, skipping rope, hitting the speed bag, hitting the double end bag, shadow boxing. I'm not going on no fucking vacation, bro. How many times these motherfuckers going to go on vacation and you already had enough? Listen, we got big. After you fight Crawford, then you can go on a fucking vacation. But right now, like if I was him, like I say, ain't nobody getting no younger.
Yo, but wasn't Bud? Hold on. Wasn't Bud just on vacation, Bernie?
Hold on, listen, wait, hold on, listen. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not saying that, but an extended vacation. That's what I'm saying. Didn't I just tell you Bud just went 48 minutes yesterday?
Right.
Didn't I tell you the last time he just went?
I'm saying, why can't Earl do the same? Why can't he take a trip with his lady, come back, do 48 minutes in the gym?
Listen. This is what I'm saying. They don't be in the gym. They go off and hang out for too long. That's what I'm saying. An extended vacation. Celebrating, not being in the gym. That's what I'm saying. Bud just fought, December the 10th, right?
The 10th.
This is December. This is just now February 1st. So this was February 2nd. He went February 1st yesterday. So he went 48 minutes yesterday. And 2 weeks ago, whenever I talked to y'all last time, he had just went 16 rounds or whatever the fuck it was that day. So like I say, so the man is already in the gym getting ready, trying to stay loose. That's all I'm saying. So if I'm Earl, I don't take off 2 months from the gym after I fight Keith Thurman. I don't sit out the gym 2 months. I sit out the gym 2 weeks, and then I get back on my shit. Like and like I say this too. Again, we looking forward to the fight where the big fight. Come on now, that's all I'm saying. Like that's all I'm saying. He's looking forward to the big fight. I'm getting ready for Keith. When I get out, I might fight Crawford. And if I was him, again, we gotta put things ahead of the cart. Money is powerful and money means a lot. But they already have money. He already has money. Do whatever you got to do to get Crawford in the ring. And I'm telling y'all like this, Crawford ain't that hard to deal with, bro. They keep trying to. Crawford ain't that hard to
Bernie,
deal with.
you can't count another man's pockets though. Talking about what he already done made. If he feel he need to be compensated a certain way for a certain fight.
I'm not saying that neither, Danny. That's not what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying to you. He's already rich and he gonna make money even when he fight Bud. So I'm saying, how long you gonna prolong the fight to the money? And then we got these guys over here talking. We got all these people around that's calling in, putting this narrative out talking about the fight ain't happening because they ain't bigger than who they should be. Well, you got at least if they fought first, then the motherfuckers could get big because then everybody talking about how good the fight was. Then everybody keep talking about how big the fight was. We can't keep talking about how long we gonna wait for them to get big, man, Danny? How long we gonna wait? Another 5 years? Come on now. Who's gonna make either one of them bigger?
No, I mean as far as star power, I think they at where they gonna be at. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So again, like I'm saying, if I'm Spence, just like I'm saying, just like listen, man, and only speaking from this type of situation, like I call myself a broke nigga. I ain't got no money. You feel me? My money, you can flush it down. You know, listen, I ain't got nothing to cry over. You know what I mean? I ain't hurting. I ain't on the street, but I ain't got no money. You understand? So, like I said, it's like Bud said. Look, when they take them taxes out, I let them take that taxes out. Because what I got left, I wouldn't be making that money doing nothing else. Come on now. So, like I said, listen, he already got all these accolades. The next thing to do is fight Bud. After you fight this guy, Keith Thurman, who was the most accomplished fighter in the division, after you fight him, the last guy over there at PBC that got any type of reputation that means something, that's the last fight. Now you got to fight Bud. Like I say, his fans ain't put nothing over too much. The man in left top rank just said out in the open that we kept him away from Manny Pacquiao on purpose, and everybody still hate Bud for that. How you go? This is your own people telling you, I purposely sabotaged this man. Okay. So like I said, we didn't wait too long. Come on now. The man, everybody said he gotta get away from Bob Arum. He did that. Then, like I said, you got a Keith Thurman talking about the WBO ain't nothing. Now he ain't fighting for shit. Now you fighting a motherfucker who ain't shit. And the motherfucker ain't pound for pound either. Errol Spence ain't pound for pound, but Crawford pound for pound. So like I said, so you got everybody that's hating on Bud. Like I say, look through all this shit that they shifted. Shift through all this shit. Look through it. The shit sound watered down and sad and pathetic. Come on now. So like I said, if I was Errol Spence, man, come on now. If 147 is out, yo. And then look, again, hold on. We got to think about where we're going. They ain't going to give them problems. They giving Bud about fighting Avanesian or whoever else. But we ain't going to give them static about fighting Stan Jonas. Come on, Stan. Gone. I think he going to fight, what's his name, Virgil Ortiz or whatever. But come on. Even Ortiz. That's a good Texas fight. Come on. You can listen, but Joe.
Yeah, but Stanionis and Ortiz. Come on, Bernie. Stanionis and Ortiz, first and foremost, they are.
That's a good fight. Hold on, wait. That's a good fight for them.
No,
but I'm saying on the level of an Earl.
But for Earl too. For Earl, if Stanionis wins, that's his mandatory. Even before the win, he was already the mandatory. And let's be real.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying Stanionis ain't a bad fighter like that. I'm just saying where we're talking about. You know, like I say, I had a nigga, listen, I swear to God, let me say this. My partner, right? He a balling motherfucker. He a rich nigga, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I went to visit him down there in Dallas, I told him, man, this man wanted to go to Benihana's. I don't go to Benihana's. I go to fucking Cane's Chicken Strips.
Mm-hmm.
I said, Bernie, listen, he don't go to Cane's Chicken Strips. His bankroll dictate that he go to Benihana's for lunch, not no fucking Cane's Chicken Strips. So like I'm saying, Errol Spence status demands that he fights a Bud Crawford, not a fucking Stanionis or a Virgil Ortiz, who've been rumored to say that they're not ready. Now you can fight them.
Oh, that ain't no rumor.
Like Joe Louis did.
That ain't no rumor. Virgil Ortiz physically told us on an interview, and at the time, his trainer was Robert. They both physically told us out their mouth, it's on audio on this show, that they were not ready for Crawford.
Okay, and Errol Spence though too. So like I say, I don't think.
I don't know about him saying he ain't ready for Earl. I think Virgil want the Earl fight more than Crawford. I never heard him say no for Earl.
Of course, because Earl stands right in your fucking face. Crawford do too many fucking things. That's why everybody ducking him. That's
Well,
why
it could also be, Bernie, it could also be that Virgil fought Earl in the amateurs, and allegedly, they got it back and forth. I think Earl said he made him cry or some shit.
So again, he's fighting a fighter that he believes he got a better chance of beating.
But that's natural. That's natural because you got history with that guy.
Listen, okay, wait, hold on, man. All right, look, Crawford is the most trending boxer in boxing. Crawford is considered the most.
Stop it! You said trending?
Hold on, wait, hold on.
No, I ain't gonna wait, Bernie. Don't come up here lying. Come on. I don't even think Bud got 1 million followers on Instagram. Don't say he trending like that. And I love Bud, but come on, that's the wrong vocabulary.
Wait. Okay. Oh, you said what now?
I'm saying that ain't the right vocabulary. You can't say he trending. He ain't even got 1 million followers.
Hold on, this is what I want to say. Hold on. Based on this fact, like I said, I can't prove it for a fact. Okay, but I want y'all to Google this. Okay, Google it. If you Google TE, Terence Crawford gonna come up. They said, so somebody called me up with it. Now, I don't know for a fact. I'm just saying, I'm just going off what this guy called me. I don't know why he called me and tell me a lot. This guy said that Terence Crawford is the most Google searched, whatever, either boxer or a person or whatever, right now. This was weeks ago, maybe a month ago or something. So all I'm saying is that if every time, and you got to think about this, every fucking podcast bring up Bud name. Every time somebody talk about boxing, they talk about Bud every day. They talk about Bud every day. Everybody, they talk about Bud every day. So, like I say, again, I can't remember what I was saying about that, but like I'm saying this, these guys, the fight is the fight is that fight, Bud and Spence. Now, they can fight whoever they want after that, just like Joe Louis. I'm trying to give y'all some history. He fought Brad up. Then he knocked out Mashmelly. And then you know what he went on? He went on a tour called the Bum of the Month Tour. Just stay busy. Just keep fights. I'm not calling Stanionis a bum. I'm not calling Ortiz a bum. I'm just saying they're lesser fights. That's when you fight those guys on your tour, on your way around the world. Come on now. That's all I'm saying. All right.
So it sounds like you would want Earl to pay Virgil or Stanionis step-aside money to allow the Bud fight for Undisputed.
I think that we holding our breath for this thing like now. I think Errol Spence got the game locked so much that ain't even really like I say, these guys are still really trying to get their feet wet and trying to get themselves together, So ain't nobody really trying to rush in and fight neither one of these guys. I think that, like I say, so with that fact and everything being said and the power that Errol Spence has, you know what I mean? We gonna go for this, We gonna see what he say after he fight Keith Thurman, and then we gonna see his actions after that. Not just what he say, but we gonna see what they actions. Because again, he gonna get paid because Al takes care of him.
Mm-hmm.
We're not worried about what he get. We already accepted everything. Just come on, this problem now is I'm tired of repeating it. He's already accepted the B side in all the negotiations. That's it. And then, like they said, okay, well, they agreed to show him transparency. So if they agreed, because that's everybody, they keep saying, they agreed when it was finally known that Bud was going to fight Ava. Okay. So if y'all agreed last year, so y'all should agree this time. So we should pick back up where we left off and let's go.
But
Errol Spence never came out and said nothing about
Espinoza
nothing.
says that they gave you guys everything you wanted, and Bud still walked away.
Again, wait on, listen. Again, so listen, you still they said that they would do that. Listen to me closely. They said they would do that only when they knew Bud was going to be fighting Avanesian. That's just like your girl said. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
So
when
you
I'm
saying
already left, it don't make no sense.
so
if
you
I already left, it don't matter.
because I think Espinoza already, I think Espinoza said as well, and I'm sure somebody will correct me who's listening, but I feel like he said he gave Bud or they gave Bud whatever contract and he didn't reply for like 2 weeks.
Wait, hold on, wait. Listen. Okay. Again, we still got to put the context in it. Bud was already signed to fight Ava.
Avanesian.
He already walked away from them because they full of shit. Once he felt, listen, hold on a minute. Once he realized that they were full of shit, I'm not going to wait for a fucking 2 weeks for you. After 2 weeks, or I didn't ask you for this, and y'all told me no. Well, what you thought we was going to do? Wait on you to say yes? We moved on. So now that we moved on, now you want to come back and say that. Come on, now I'm not even studying you no more. If I made them wait 2 weeks, I mean, it's like, fuck you. I mean, 2 weeks, now I'm getting back to you like a bitch. You understand? Bitch, I ain't calling you right back when I wanted you. Bitch, you didn't answer the phone. You wasn't fucking with me. So now you on my dick. Now I'm going to run to you. No. So again, when y'all had the chance to do that, because y'all have all the power. Come on, now should have been a no-brainer. Y'all got all the power.
So Bernie,
what y'all was hiding? What it wait for y'all? Yeah.
Let's switch it because that's old news. What's up with this Oscar thing? Oscar's talking about Rocha, Virgil, possibly Spence. Do you believe Oscar can make it happen?
No. Listen, I don't think Oscar De La Hoya. Listen, people hate Oscar De La Hoya. Oscar De La Hoya, I think he's a great fighter and everything, but Oscar De La Hoya can't do shit. If nobody else could do it, can't nobody do it. Can't nobody make nobody do nothing. You can make a dope fiend, you can tell him all his life, but he ain't gonna listen. He can lose his kids, his wife, his teeth. If that motherfucker don't want to stop smoking dope, he ain't gonna stop smoking dope. These motherfuckers don't want to fight. And then, like they said, Espinoza, somebody said, nigga, you ain't no motherfucking promoter. You just a motherfucking exec at Showtime. Who the fuck is you? Come on now. Now you're being this. Just like the lady said, I like this, she calling Derek James. Now you're the this, and now you're that. Now you're all these hats. Shut your motherfucking ass up. That ain't you. That's not you. Like I say, they got so many
I said
people
the
behind
same
them,
thing.
I
said the same thing, man. I feel like Espinoza should not be involved, let alone publicly giving statements, because you the network. You acting like the promoter. Talking about, I seen the contract and Bud did this. It's like, motherfucker, you the network. Shut your ass up and go program somewhere. He funny as hell. But Bernie, we got to end this because we got hella callers. I'm going to leave you on hold so you can hear everybody's opinion and get to the next callers. Looks like we got the Philadelphia loving Boots and this Line 6 Reed. What up?
Hey, Ness, man, I'm going to try to keep my emotions in check here, dude. For that dude to sit there and say, who the F is Boots, man? If Boots is nobody, why didn't Crawford fight him instead of fighting Avanesian? I clearly saw Rosie and Boots say they didn't get a call for that Crawford fight. I don't want to hear that crap, man. And Danny, dude, come on, man. Why you got to throw some shade toward me for asking how it felt to be around Boots? That's a legit question. You
ain't asked me what it felt like to be around Boots. You asked me what it felt like to be around a god.
Yeah.
A god.
Yeah, I mean,
not G-O-D. Not
G-O-D.
G-A-W-H-D. A god.
Hey, I'm just saying, that boy Boots is amazing. But for dude to come on here and just start bashing on Boots, when he got in there with what's his name, he couldn't do nothing. Crawford ain't knocked everybody he fight out.
I mean, as of late, homie, he on
got
a
like
10 fight knockout.
10 or 11?
Hey,
one of the two.
I like Crawford, man. When I first came to the show, I told you guys I feel like Crawford would smoke Spence, and I still stand by. I'm not going to throw shade on Crawford, man. But when it comes to boots, Crawford know what it is. They all know what it is. And then the first dude that came, at first I thought he was talking spicy about boots when he was saying Philly dudes just want to look pretty. But then he started kissing the ring, so I was like, okay, I'll give him a pass. But this dude that y'all got talking on Crawford's behalf, it's okay to rep your boy, man, but to be trying to call Boots a bum and all that crazy stuff, like, that's talking blasphemy. Take that stuff somewhere else, brother. And, hey, Ness, man, when you get a chance, read my super chats and drop that bomb for Boots. I'm out of here.
I mean, what's crazier, calling somebody a god or calling somebody a bum? We appreciate the call, line 6 Reed.
Let me see. Let me get that super chat for him real quick.
Yeah, he got 3.
He got 3?
Oh, yeah.
So we got to drop a bomb and some bells. Word. But that is a good question, Bernie. Why didn't Crawford send him an offer? We got...
Let's be okay.
Count Drago. Yeah, but, you know, you the fighter.
For sure.
Who we had on yesterday was like, he a 1099. Count Drago, $2 super chat. Is Showtime Boxing dead with Paramount Plus merger? Count Drago. You know, remember Sesame Street, fucker? Just guy.
Sesame Street.
Little youngin'.
I ain't never
Paramount.
seen that shit.
Yo, the funniest thing is that everyone's paranoia with this Showtime shit has driven me to be curious and semi-paranoid as well. Like, oh shit, is this gonna be the article that says boxing is done? Because everyone sends you links, right? Or they're sending me links.
Yeah, they've sent me links.
None of the fucking articles say boxing is gone. The only thing motherfuckers could go off of is that it says anything performing under 10% of their views is gonna get cut.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't even know what boxing is doing. If it's doing, we don't know any other shows if they're performing bad. Like, you dudes are just weird. Stop sending me shit. Let's let the real article come out that says it's done. Even Rayfield tricked me. This morning, I get the newsletter. I click it. It's a fucking 1 paragraph talking about the merger, and he tells you nothing. It says nothing. It don't say if Showtime Boxing is dead or gone. It's like, bro, everybody's on this clickbait shit. It's like, man, you guys are whackety whack.
Yeah, I would have to, bro, like, it got me curious. So I started to browse through some of they shit, right? And I'm like, bro, I ain't heard of this shit. I ain't heard of that shit.
People don't know.
Then I go to the sports, right? Because I'm like, okay, maybe this shit just ain't reached me. Then I go to the sports, and I'm like,
look at
bro,
this. Look at this moron. Is Showtime, is Showbox bringing in 10% of views? It didn't say that. It said under 10%. And Showbox would be part of championship boxing. So boxing as a collective. You're trying to individualize it so that you can get a win. Because you ain't even a boxing fan. You some miserable man alone. You probably single or with a fat wife. That's your problem.
Yo.
Because why do you got to go to that? Like, why you trying to individualize to be negative? And I don't give a fuck. You heard me yesterday. I want them to be gone. I want Showtime to be done. I want Al to have to cross the street to DAZN and bring his 200 fighters over there. But why are you miserable? What's wrong in your fucking life? Because you guys twist the words. It's not hard to read black and white, bro. Shit is ridiculous.
yo, somebody sent me a friend request, and it sounds like somebody who may be similar to this gentleman, not very happy. Bro, somebody sends me a friend request on Facebook yesterday, and I thought it was a
girl?
I thought it was a girl at first, so I click on it. I click on the page to see who it was, and it wasn't. It was a dude, and it said the individual's name, and it was one of those names that could go, you know, it was one of those gender-neutral names.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it could have gone both ways. But the profile picture was a guy and a girl. So anyway, I click on it, it's a dude, and in parentheses, it says, so-and-so's boyfriend. And I'm just like, damn, champ, they got you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, under their name for the nickname, you know how social media, he put parentheses, so-and-so. I'm like, damn, they got him like that.
I mean, he loves his partner. I mean, he's obviously gay, right?
No, bro. It was a girl. He got a girlfriend. You feel me? But yeah,
I'm lost, bro. So under his profile,
yeah. So imagine your Instagram, instead of it saying you Ness GTO, and then instead of saying Nesta Gibbs, Madeline's husband.
Okay. I mean, again, he loves his partner.
All right.
Did you click?
Hell no.
So, I mean, maybe the partner is rocking like that. He's super proud.
Yeah,
no?
Nah, I ain't rocking like
Line
that.
6 Reed, $10 Super Chat says, Boots is boxing. Put some respect on his name. One day, all you suckers gonna blow. Oh, he put blow, but he meant bow Boots. Jesus Christ, please, gentlemen. I know you're driving and shit, but help me, because you make me sound bad. Boots is boxing. Put some respect on his name. One day, you suckers gonna bow. Boots will show you how great he is. Long-lived Boots. Okay. Line 6 Reed with another one. He says, I've seen dudes miss work to see Boots fight. They be like, Boots fighting? I'm calling in sick. Line 6 Reed with another one. He says, Ness, this is the third. Drop a bomb for Boots. You got it, champ. And some air horns as well. We got Fred Robinson. Shout out to Fred. Met up with us in Phoenix, Arizona. Glendale, Arizona, right? Is it Phoenix, Glen? I don't know. Whatever. He was there.
Yeah, we was in Glendale.
He was there. And he was also served, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what you told me.
Yeah, I feel like it, yeah.
That's what you told me. Fred says.
Oh, winner, right? No.
Yeah, the winner.
No, Fred. I thought Fred was the older black gentleman
that won.
Nah,
I mean, they purchased the tickets.
He bought it, yeah.
Yeah, he purchased the tickets.
So, no, he wasn't the military guy. That was a winner.
Okay. Fred Robinson says, Benavidez is a better fight, Cinco de Mayo, than bringing Bivol to 68, even with the rematch storyline. Yeah, Canelo's not talking about Cinco de Mayo. He's talking about September. And, yeah, so, I mean, you know, Benavidez can get that Cinco de Mayo because even if he beat Plant in one round, I don't think that they would go Cinco de Mayo, right? Is beating Plant in one round enough time?
Fuck no. Bro, that's like 5 weeks.
I mean, you only went one round.
That ain't even enough time for promotion. The fuck?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Just thinking.
If anybody else wants to call in, though, we are on Twitter Spaces.
No, we got a bunch of callers. I just got to get to some of these super chats.
425-569-5241. Press 1 time.
We got D. Luckett that says, Bud was on vacation. $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. And yes, stop hating on the PBC. Showtime's ends. Don't forget about Fox. James, you're so stupid. Don't forget about Fox. When's the last time we had a free Fox fight?
Been a minute.
Okay. Don't forget about what? Fox being in the business of pay-per-view. You see, if you guys just denounce your flag and just live life, man, stop gang-banging with these networks, man, you little weirdos. We got $5 super chat. When we gonna hear about Fulton Inoue and him crazy? What the fuck? But, I mean, last I checked on Fulton's social media yesterday, he looks locked in, and he said can you pull it up? He said some very direct words, like, when I say I want something, I'm going to go get it. So for anybody who's putting rumors out there that fight ain't happening, I'm pretty sure it's happening. He's training very hard, and that quote says it all. Another one from $2 super chat says, one of the craziest fights going to happen this year. I guess he meant Fulton Inoue is one of the craziest fights that's going to happen this year, and he doubled up.
Yeah, he posted some pictures saying, whatever I want, I get it, with the scooter emoji, which happens to be his nickname, like outside of boxing.
We got Jaime in North Carolina. What up?
Yo. What up, TBV?
What's good?
Y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, I just wanted to speak on a topic. You gotta love the Spence Crawford shows. I think, we can all agree Spence Crawford is a way bigger fight for the hardcores and the casuals. But if Spence fights at 154, man, I feel like he's going to be at the post-fight interview talking about, oh, I feel good at 154. I'm going to just stay up here, which would be terrible. But I feel like Eddie and Canelo need to let Bivol do his thing, with Beterbiev. He's been saying that. I can kind of see that he's tired of people asking him about the rematch with Canelo. And if he lets him do his thing, man, it would be a way bigger rematch with Canelo down the line. In a perfect world, Bivol beats Artur, and, Canelo gets a lighter fight, and it makes for an undisputed versus undisputed rematch. In you could say May, so, that would be epic. Everybody makes money, and that's all I got, man.
All right, appreciate it.
All right. I don't know. I think Twitter Spaces is experiencing some issues. I've been texting James. I guess he's driving. But some people are saying they're not hearing us, but I do see many there. We're going to keep these phone lines moving. We got Joey in New York.
Oh.
What's good, Joey?
Yo, what's up, guys? Sorry about that. U.S. fans kind of think everything revolves around us. And me personally, I don't care where the Spence Crawford fight happens. I'd go. To me, it's the bigger fight. But I've been around shows with, and I'm just going to use the UK fans as an example. I don't know about the rest of the world, but I went to Frotch and Andre Ward, and it's only like maybe 6,000 people in Atlantic City, and most of them were UK fans. I went to Pacquiao in Hatton. Most of the fans are crazy, and most of them were UK fans. I was in the UK when Canelo fought Khan. I was in a bar, and of course I'm in the UK, but it was not like any other bar I've been to here to watch boxing. It's different outside the US, and I think a lot of the fans here don't understand that. If you, like you guys are saying, like Crawford doesn't even have like 1 million followers, right? So what does that tell us about us? We don't support it like the way we should. The fans here don't. So in a way, Eddie Hearn's not wrong, because it's hard for us to gauge the rest of the world, you know? It's just different. It's different everywhere else, and we don't see that. I have one other point, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
You guys are talking about the Paramount Showtime thing, right? And if my question, and I was talking about this with some people earlier today, if they're going to keep boxing on Paramount Plus, you know, we don't know what they're going to do. You know, the statements are kind of vague. But they were talking about things that underperform under 10%. Am I right? Did I read that correctly?
Yes.
Okay. So what was the last real meaningful fight on Showtime?
Yeah, but you see, that's what you guys are doing. You're going off of bad fights and assuming because those views are in the 300,000 that's bad. What about the programming? How many people are watching the lesbian show? Or do you even fucking know that they got a lesbian show? What about Billions? How many people watch Billions?
I don't watch it, though.
And that's my point.
But you know what?
You don't watch it. What about Gigolo? What about, no, but hear me out, because you guys don't like to listen.
I do watch a lot of their shows, though.
Okay, but do they make up for more than boxing or less than? We don't fucking know. But a lot of negative boxing fans, want to assume.
What was the last big meaningful fight on Showtime? I'm asking.
I don't know. What was the last big meaningful show they had? Because Weeds has been off the air for fucking years. And so has the other one that made sense. What was the other one that made sense with the white guy that was a fucking terrorist? The last time, Dexter's been dead, bro. Like, what are we talking? No, he's been dead. He's been dead. What are you talking about? Like, they had to revamp his ass. How many shows has Showtime really got that's bringing in views? You motherfuckers only know about boxing. I'm a 44-year-old man that been having Showtime my whole fucking life. Look at all the shows I mentioned without even opening the app.
They have 28 million. They have 28 million subscribers. That's what they have.
Okay.
I looked at this morning.
Okay.
28 million. You know how many fucking views Mel and Casano 2 got? You know what the ratings were for that fight?
Brother, but tell us the ratings for the other programming.
32,000. That's about 4%, right? That's their biggest fight in the last year.
4% of what?
You know what Broner Malinovsky?
4% of what?
You know
I gotta let you go, bro. Gotta let you go. You don't even want to have a conversation. 4% of what, Danny?
So I go to the Showtime. Look, cause I'm paying for Showtime, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go to the current series. Bro, the only thing that I knew was the best of all the smoke. I didn't know anything else. And then, like, this one girl, I'm like, she looked familiar. And I don't even think I know who she is. So, yeah, outside of that, I don't know anything else that they have playing, bro.
Bruh, how you going to say 4%? Give us the math. Because they're saying that make up less than 10% of our views. So Showtime is saying overall views.
Not the subscription, but the views.
The views. And their overall views for Showtime as a brand or individual programming. How are you comparing? We don't know anybody else's ratings. We're boxing fans, so we only hear about Charlo and Tank. We don't know what the fuck Billions is doing. We don't know what L Word is doing. Or Gigolos. Who's watching Gigolos? Like, cut the bullshit, man. Cut the bullshit. Beat it. Come up with better arguments or better defensive. Seriously, man. CYP, what up?
Let me know if you hear me, shit. I know I'm on this fucking phone. I don't know how that should be sounding.
You all right?
All right, cool.
Yo, look at the other one doing math. Hold on, CYP. And I know this is Robert trying to make logic of the last caller. But I got 28 million subscribers, Danny, so I did the math that Charlo got watched by 4% of 28 million. I wish I could fuck y'all up. Because just because you got 28 million subscribers don't mean they fucking tuned in. So how you doing the math based off subscribers and not views? What the company is asking about and putting out. They want 10% under the views. Nah, they want to do math off subscribers. Like I ain't a dormant subscriber. What about dudes that just pay and forget? That's why you got to fucking cancel. I got to stop talking to y'all dudes, man. Y'all too stupid, man. Too fucking dumb. Go ahead, CYP. I'm sorry. This shit is retarded, man. I gotta get us a drink. I gotta get a drink of coffee. This is too much.
Don't even trip. Now, I'm trying to talk to the audience, especially my man Bernie the boxer. Bernie is the reason why people are starting to dislike Bud. He come on, you make Bud look dumb, yo. Like to disrespect Boots, Espinosa, both of them ain't shit, right? You disrespect other boxers who didn't win, and like, man, if they ain't shit, and what they do. Then nigga, you don't even exist.
Damn.
Like, I don't understand, man. I don't understand why y'all do that shit. Why do you put down dudes who are more successful than you? Like, don't you understand what that makes you look like? Like, I don't understand why y'all do that shit. I'm gonna leave that there. Secondly, if Boots struggles so much with Karen, I want y'all to, for the last 3 years, find me 3 unanimous 12-0 decisions. 12-0. That means unanimous means all 3 judges 12-0. Find me 3 that you know of. Not that you think that you know of. So y'all got time. Go ahead and do that. Find me 3. Since it's so easy to do when he struggles so much, show me another motherfucker to struggle that good. Okay, lastly. No, second to last. Bivol versus Beterbiev. Get the fuck out of here. Let's be real. His name is Beterbiev or Beterbiev. That's his real name. I learned that from Matthew. Shout out. Beterbiev is his real name. The fact that we call him Beterbiev tells y'all we don't know who the fuck he is. Let's stop the bullshit.
Bro.
That's gonna be another undisputed
CYP.
fight. That's gonna be another undisputed fight. Go ahead. There you go interrupting, Danny. Remember what I did to you last time? You said you don't interrupt me, remember?
CYP. Can I play devil's advocate on that though? Can I play devil's advocate on that?
Go ahead. Go
You watch football, right?
Yes, sir.
What's the 2 brothers playing in the Super Bowl?
The Kelsey brothers.
That's actually incorrect. It's actually not.
Jason. You talking about their last name? Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. So you know what I'm saying? I watch him, bro. I just found out this week that it's pronounced Kels. It's not Kelsey. You know what I'm saying? So you talking about not being able to pronounce a foreign athlete's name, but as Americans, we didn't know how to pronounce one of the top tight ends' name in the National Football League.
That's much different. That's much different. The reason why is because they never told us it was Kelsey. Beterbiev tells us his name is fucking Beterbiev, but we don't respect him enough to fucking remember. Like now, every time they say Kelsey, they say it all the time on ESPN, everywhere.
Yeah, but I could play devil's advocate too. Because Gennady and Vasil also tried to tell us how to say their name, and we don't give a fuck that he wants to be called Vasily and the other wants to be called Gennady.
Gennadiyevich.
We still say Gennady, and we still say Vasil.
No.
Yes.
No, we
yes, we
say
do.
Triple G. We say Triple G.
You right about that too. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, we say Triple G. But now, when you think about it, regardless of the name, which he tells us, and we still don't remember enough to remember, nobody actually talks about Bivol unless they're connecting him to Canelo. And I'm just being real here. Nobody knows who Beterbiev is, but nobody talks about Bivol unless it's to Canelo. So both of them two fighting, it can't be bigger than Spence versus Thurman. And even Spence versus Thurman is not as big as that. It's bigger than that. But I'm not even trying to put the fight down. I'm just saying I don't know why whoever decided to compare them to. That's just fucking crazy. But lastly, you know what I really want to talk about. My man Fury. Fury's so damn popular that he fought Dillian White on pay-per-view here. It did 40K. Wilder fought Hellenius, who nobody knows, did 75. So you fought White, who we do know, did 40. He fought Hellenius, who we don't know, did 75. But he's crossed over so much here. When you talk about Fury, unless you're connecting him to Wilder, he really isn't popular without Wilder. We know who he is without Wilder, but he's not popular without Wilder. There's two different things. And if he was, we know who Dillian White is. I'm not going to downplay Dillian. I'm not going to do it like that. Dillian is probably 7 to 10 times more popular than Hellenius is. Probably 7 to 10 times more popular than Hellenius, and they still didn't give a fuck that Tyson Fury was fighting him. Now, I ask you this. If Wilder fought Dillian White, would it do more than 40K? Fuck yes. Fuck yes. And if Wilder fought Dillian White in the UK, would it do big numbers? Hell yes. So
TYP.
Two different countries that it would do well in. He only did well in one country and flopped over here. So let's stop with that crossover shit.
So can I just touch on that just really quick?
Go ahead.
So although I do agree that he was the biggest when fighting Wilder, you know, as far as the statistics is concerned, Fury's name gets searched more than twice as much than Wilder in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, one that only looks at the statistics would say, well, shit, he the bigger name, and more people searching his name, more people looking him up in the U.S. You know.
This is how I counter that. Who got more Instagram followers, Ryan Garcia or Tank?
Who has more Instagram? Oh, Ryan Garcia.
Yes. And who does bigger numbers on pay-per-view, Tank or Ryan Garcia?
Ryan's never been on pay-per-view.
Thank you. I don't give a shit if people looking you up. We're talking about boxing. Do they support you in the sport that you claim to be the biggest in? They do not. They do not. So let's stop with that. CYP out. I'm gone.
Appreciate the call, champ. Appreciate the call.
So again, I see some people upset at my rant, and they're like, oh, Ness, he was cooking you. How could you be cooking me if you're doing math based off subscribers?
Yo.
I mean, how many people got Amazon Prime and don't watch movies on there and just use it for the delivery service?
CYP, I just want to shout you out, champ, because I ain't going to lie. I got curious. I'm like,
what?
Yeah, Ryan got more Instagram followers. He ain't on pay-per-view yet. Tank on pay-per-view. Let's see who gets searched more on Google.
Ryan?
Tank. Narrowly, but in the past 12 months, Gervonta Davis was searched more on Google than in all forms of Google. That includes YouTube, that includes Google Images, that everything. He was searched narrowly more than Ryan Garcia. So that is quite interesting. But if anybody else wants to call in, 425-569-5241, press 1 time to voice your opinion. And we also are on Discord and Twitter Spaces, I believe, right? Is Twitter Spaces back cool or not?
I'm not sure. James Benitez is there, but he hasn't let me know. He was in the meeting. I've been Googling episode budgets and prices per episode.
No, yo, you know what I thought of? You know what I thought of? Because I know something firsthand. Bro, I forgot. Showtime got the Shy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bro, I know one of the lead actors on a personal level.
Is his pay more than a purse?
Nah.
So he's getting paid. And that's what I'm seeing here as well. Now, remember, I said I want Showtime to close the door. That being said, Shameless was a very popular show that I used to watch.
I watched it on the back end. I fuck with Shameless.
But, unfortunately for Shameless, it was like I was telling my wife yesterday. We're like on season 3 of some show on Apple by M. Night Shyamalan, who I like as a director and writer. So I seen this series and I immediately said, let's watch it because I know. First of all, I don't even know if he is a he or him. M. Night Shyamalan is a he or she. I never done the research, but I like the movies that person has done in the past. So I said, let's watch it. So, we're in season 3 now, and I'm like, they stretching it. Everyone does this. Like, they try to milk it, and it gets corny. Going back to Shameless. When you Google Shameless, when it was out, it was a hit in the beginning. As the seasons went down, it dropped ridiculously, according to the internet, right?
Bro, it was so much of the same shit.
Exactly.
So much of the same
so the
shit.
numbers went from like bringing in 80%, 88% rating to 20. So we just don't know. But when I Google budget, it said it's really estimated at like, I think 18,000. Let me see, 18 to 27,000 per episode, which is cheaper than a boxing budget. Obviously, 25,000. Maybe Showbox could do a whole card with 25,000. But not Showtime Boxing. These guys are getting 1 million, 300 and something thousand. So, maybe they're on the chopping block. But again, this is a popular show, and the budget is so low. So there could be a lot of things on the chopping block for them. Because again, it says per episode, season 4 through 6 was only 8 million. That's crazy.
Per episode?
No, I mean the whole season 4 and 6, like from
4, 5, and 6 altogether was only 8 million views.
No, dollars.
Oh,
so that to me sounds like a lot, but the season finale generated only 1.5, which it's it takes us who Mayweather, no, Bud, right? Bud did like 1.5 or more. And Keith, Bud on Top Rank, Keith on maybe Fox or CBS. But we don't really have a lot of people that get over 1.5 for free TV. Even Gennady in his day on HBO, you would have to Google. Yeah, he had those 1.1s, but not really 1.5.
And you talking about networks that are more available versus a Showtime is more premium cable, unlike ESPN, unlike a CBS that you were thinking of with Keith, who fought Danny on CBS back in March of 2017.
So again, $8 million is a little bit of money. If
bro,
you can
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Don't none of us know what the fuck we talking about with
no,
this shit.
No, we only comparing it to boxing purses.
Yeah, but it's just like, bro.
No, you can. Look, if they're giving you just hear me out. If they're giving you the per episode budget, it's 18 to 27,000 per episode. So every episode could be potentially viewed by millions. So you have to look at it as a fight. So it took them 27,000 to make an episode. It takes us how much to pay Charlo to fight Korobov? It's a bigger budget, bro. It's a bigger budget. You can't deny that. We need more data to see that it's not it takes more money to make boxing. All right.
No, I mean, I don't understand. You know what I'm saying? Because whatever you looking at ain't giving you the boxing numbers. So you know what
I
I'm saying?
haven't Googled
We
it.
pulling numbers from here, numbers from there, and then we trying to correlate like, okay, if this
But
was
we
the
got
same,
the boxing numbers. We
right,
know Charlo
but
makes a lot of money.
I'm saying we can't get numbers from like if it's the same network, why can't we get the shit from the same place? You get what I'm saying? So we pulling info from here, info from there, then we trying to correlate. If it was the same business, then this is what it would equal to. So then, bro, it's like we pulling equations out of our ass. I mean, I just feel like we yes, like Shooter said, we just digging too deep.
He said, "Are you sure it wasn't 270?" You ain't lying. Thank God he made me. Holy shit! Thank God he made me. It's not 18. Estimated at 18 million to 27 million per budget. Right? Look.
Bro, how do you get
Look,
1,000 and million?
I don't know. I told you. I think I got something wrong. But like those are 6 zeros.
Okay.
So that show costs way more to put on than boxing.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. We just
No, but we not, bro. IMBD is the internet movie database.
So give us IMBD because I'm saying.
But IMBD's not gonna have boxing.
But why not? Because that ain't a movie. That's a TV show.
Bro, and that's what they deal with.
But
Movies
Showtime Championship Boxing.
All right, well, let's see if they have the budgets for boxing. But again, we know that. We know what they report what Charlo made, bro. Like, you trying to make it more difficult.
No, I just don't know. I honestly don't even know why we're talking about it.
I mean, we've been talking about the Showtime. All right, Dan, I'm going to get to callers. This dude be tripping, man.
No,
your energy is so weird. Like, when you don't want to talk, you just are like a closed door.
No,
I don't get it. How can you ask why we
people
talking about it? Haven't people been calling in about it? Haven't we just said that you've been getting DMs about it and people keep sending you the links?
What links? Oh, about
the Showtime story, Danny.
Yeah,
I'm gonna just move on, bro. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on, bro. You gotta do better, man. Matthew, talk to us.
Bro, you talking about I gotta do better.
You do, man.
How you gonna turn my shit down? You the one that's letting.
I was letting the guy talk. Matthew, go ahead.
I'm just saying you the one that's letting people get under your skin, so you try to prove a point. I'm just saying
you are getting under my skin. You don't want to work, and that's cool. Let me find somebody else. I want people that want to talk boxing. This show is about boxing.
I know that, bro.
All right,
so
if there's a story on Showtime about Showtime potentially getting out of the sport, and it's interesting to our listeners who continue to send us links about it and want our opinion of it, why the fuck do you keep trying to dead the conversation?
I'm not trying to dead
Just
the
let me get to the callers, my friend. I get it. You don't want to be here. It's cool. Go ahead, Matthew. Can't hear you, bro. I'm going to open it back up. Give me a second.
If you are tuned in, make sure to smash that like button. We got nearly 600 people tuned in. So go ahead. Over 1,000 votes. Go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and vote if you haven't done so already. 1,003 votes.
Check the super chats while I fucking open this garbage back up.
1,003 votes. 69% of the people saying that it is Beterbiev, and Bivol. That's the smaller fight. So what they really saying is that Spence and Crawford is the more significant and bigger fight. And as far as super chats, you know where you last left off on?
Ness killing Dan. He killing my vibe. I want to fucking talk boxing. I'm not in a rush to end the show. Never am. Fuck y'all niggas. Fuck. Matthew, what up?
So I know you got to the line 6 read. You got to Fred Robinson. Did you get to D. Luckett? Bud was training on vacation?
Yeah.
Did you get to 5 with his 3 super chats? He had 3 too.
Yeah.
Okay. Hot Boxing Minute, $2 super chat. Twitter Space ain't Chan. We've been trying to work on that Twitter Space shit. It's been having some issues. Mad Ben 100, $5 says, I 100% agree with CYP. Tank is boxing's messiah. Big Fish versus Bud is bigger. All right. Shout out to Mad Bent for that super chat.
J Mac, what up? You got to unmute.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Why y'all sound like y'all lacking I'm echo?
Say it again.
Y'all sound lagging and I'm echoing.
Yeah, we don't hear
Yeah.
anything bad on our end
I don't
whatsoever.
hear an echo from you, champ. You sound
Yeah, you
clear.
sound fine. Matthew. Matthew, what up?
All right. Try to come back to you.
J-Mac, once again.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, y'all still lagging, but I'm not echoing no more. Oh, there I go. I just run it. I heard Bernie on the show earlier. Uh, I do agree with what CYP said about calling people like bums and shit
Mm-hmm.
that they had more success. But respectfully, I think we get caught up into people's lingo and what they say. And I didn't listen to Bernie show a few times when he say he don't mean to call them bums, he just get caught in his shit talking. And can y'all hear me still?
Yep, you
Yes.
sound clear, champ.
Yo.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, and Danny said something about, and I don't want to be interrupted. Please don't. Danny said something about when Bernie brought up him being the most viewed and searched fighter. Just because you don't have the Twitter or the Instagram numbers doesn't mean you're not the most searched. I didn't look at Wilder's. Wilder's clearly have less than Fury, but I believe Wilder had done had more success for as being viewed for his pay-per-view and all them numbers and stuff like that than Fury have. And I looked at Tank, Errol, and Bud. Tank has 500, Errol has 300, Bud has 300 something as well too. He's just a few thousand short. So that number doesn't identify your success in boxing or how much
But
you
that's not
search
what
or
he
you
said.
Google
That's not
and what have you.
right.
Doesn't
So
you can separate the two.
what he
And
said,
and really y'all
what
do a
he's
lot of that comparing numbers to Instagram like it relate to Instagram followers. I mean or pay-per-view buys. Pay-per-view buys always came from the star and celebrity of the fighter. Doesn't translate to Instagram because that's an age thing. That's somebody who's caught up into that day and time. So all that,
yeah.
and
Tell
then
tell
it
Floyd
also
Mayweather
depends on
that.
who the opponents you've
Tell
been
Floyd
fighting as well
Mayweather
too. That's
that.
what always
Tell
pay-per-views was
Floyd
mainly
Mayweather
about.
that. Tell Floyd
My
Mayweather
last
that.
point I
Bro,
wanted to make was Bivol and Better Be, whatever how you say his name. That is a really good fight. And I don't think it would be as successful as big as an Errol Spence and a Terence Crawford. I think Terence Crawford and Spence subject to get stolen a lot by a lot of fans due to the fact of the day and time and where we at in boxing. So they're gonna steal it. And Better Be and Bivol, they won't even do nowhere close to the numbers. On top of the piracy that's going on as well, but it's nowhere close to a bigger fight. But it is a really good fight as well. I got Bivol beating Better Be. Y'all know where I stand at with Bud stopping Spence. I've been standing strong on that. He still to this day stop Spence. Another point that Bernie made earlier in the show when he's talking about taking the time off and stuff. Crawford lived two different lives from Spence. Spence not a dedicated athlete as Crawford is. And before anybody get in their feelings, listen to what I'm saying. Crawford lives in the ring. He don't drink. He do things that require that keeps him in shape, and he's more dedicated to the sport. Spence takes a lot of time off. He's fighting in a weight class that's hard to make. So I think what Bernie was trying to say is he needs to be a little more dedicated to staying around his weight and doing the things that he needs to if he wants to make 147. Spence been making 147 for a long time. He know what it takes, and he's not doing it no more because he takes these times off and he gains his weight in between fights, so it makes him hard to get back down to his weight. I do think he will be keep and what have you and stay at 154. That's my call.
Yeah. So what Bernie said was that Bud was the trendiest fighter, and what I said was that he wasn't. My first point was instantly, obviously, the social media following, and to back my statement up, I went on Google Trends, and I said how in the last 12 months, Errol Spence, in comparison, so just another welterweight, had been searched 50% more, and that was on Google Trends based on Bernie's, word of trendy. Now, as far as Instagram followers not mattering, I'm sure Floyd wouldn't have asked Justin Bieber, "Hey, how many Instagram followers you got?" "Oh, really? Shit, that's almost twice as much as me." "Hey, could you post the pay-per-view so people know to buy it?" Yeah, cause Instagram don't matter. I'm not saying this everything, as we made the point. Ryan got way more followers than Tank, and
Nah, it matters, bro.
Tank is still the more searched fighter on Google Trends in the last 12 months.
It matters because fighters tell us it matters. He said they say the promoters ask. The promoters want you to have a following, so it matters in this day and age. Just people need to just start building it from now.
But yes, if it looks like we have somebody on Blog Talk, but if you want to call in regular style, 425-569-5241, you got to press one time to let us know you want to speak. And then Twitter Spaces.
Somebody reached out for that Brandon Norman. Sparring.
Oh, for the sparring.
Somebody reached out for that Brandon Norman.
Somebody that we was talking about today, or somebody
you
else?
Already know. We only deal with the who's who. Who this here? This Bernie. Who this? 2-4. That is LV Slugger. What up?
TBV. How it sound?
Like you are inside of a soda can. But you good. We'll take it.
I'm good. Yeah, man. I'm just gonna keep it on topic, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, I don't think it's bigger than Spencer Crawford. I definitely think it's a huge fight. Definitely for its division. Being in the era, we in the undisputed era, I definitely think it's a huge fight, but not as big as Spencer Crawford. I mean, they had their back and forth, especially them going back and forth that time when they was at the hooker fight. So I definitely don't think it's bigger, but definitely great for the sport. Hopefully we get it this year. But it's definitely looking like Spence Crawford might not happen, man. So, I mean, if we looking at that, I mean, it's more realistic, you know what I'm saying? But I think Eddie just doing his job as a promoter. You know what I'm saying? He said a lot of off the wall stuff before. He is one of the best promoters in it. I feel like that's their job to do what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to talk. He's going to make little outlandish stuff like this, but we all know it's not bigger than no Spence Crawford. It's definitely, like I said, it's definitely huge for us. It's the vision.
But remember how Brian Norman Sr. answered it. He said, "I live in America. I'm American." You know what I'm saying? But when Eddie's saying bigger, you can't exclude the world. So are you saying in the world? Because globally, because boxing is global.
Yeah, even globally. Yeah, even like that. Yeah, I still think it's bigger.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Especially their country. You know what I'm saying? Their country going to support each fighter, but you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we the Mecca. And, I think it'll get out there more globally coming from Spence and Crawford being from America. So, I mean, that's all good and all, but I definitely still think, even globally, including America, you know what I'm saying, Spence Crawford is the bigger fight, man. But, yeah, man, that's all I really got, man. That's my call.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, at least with a lot of our callers, I think it's going to be hard to get somebody to disagree.
That is bigger, right?
Yeah.
Elijah, what up?
Yo, and I ain't even mad at Eddie for saying that shit. Like, he doing his job as a promoter. Shit, I wish more motherfuckers. I wish in the case of some people, I wish they had somebody to speak. Because some people don't even have, you know what I'm saying?
We need Leonard right now. Leonard would be perfect to, respond to this because he already has the back and forth with Eddie.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, in general, bro, like, even with Top Rank, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of...
Am I muted?
No, go ahead, bro.
We hear you. What up, Elijah?
Oh yeah. What's up, TVB? How you guys doing? Yeah, I kind of agree with everybody else. I think like Spence and Crawford have just been way too relevant and pound for pound for too long. That if that fight ever did happen, and they're both still undefeated, like that fight ever did happen, it's automatically bigger, even if it did happen at like 154 and it wasn't for undisputed. But I think Bivol and Beterbiev are like peaking in their relevance right now for that fight, you know, and because they all just Beterbiev just unified all three recently, and the path is a lot more clear because it does look like Spence is going to move to 154. I do believe that after the Thurman fight, he'll probably just move up there and vacate his 147 belts. And I think people are going to start losing excitement for that fight, and the excitement for Bivol Beterbiev is going to start peaking.
Oh, man. Big fight got announced. Fucking hell, that's a tough one. Jesus, someone's getting hurt in this fight. Joe Joyce versus Zhang. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
Shit, bro.
That's a good one, man.
Nah, that is good. Joyce is younger, but not by much. Not by much. I think he's like 37,
they're
38.
Pretty old, right?
Yeah, they both pretty old.
Zhang
definitely 39, 40. I'm going to double check both now. God damn. That's a good
fight.
fight.
They're different, man, nowadays. Old motherfuckers just banging it out.
Good fight.
But, yeah, that's my call, TVV. You guys have a good one.
Yo, am I tripping? He the only Chinese heavyweight, right?
I mean, there was the other one that the Golden Boy had. What was that?
No. Then I'm thinking about him. Yo, you know that, I don't know the whole.
I think the other one was Tyshawn Dawn or some shit like that.
Nah, I don't know, but I was gonna say I don't know the whole politic thing, but China has their own like form of TikTok. It's just called something else.
Yeah.
Yo, he got like 80 million followers on that platform.
But I don't know why won't it translate?
No, it's something political. It's something 1,000% political. It's like 1,000,000%. Like I remember there was talks that maybe 2 years ago that TikTok was gonna get shut down because of China. It was like
they had to sell it.
It was some political. So whatever the case is,
God damn, Joe Joyce is a monster, man. Joe Joyce is a monster. 37 years old, 15 fights, and damn near every fight is a name on the resume. This guy playing no games, bro. Playing no games. I mean, I know Ian Lewis. I know Lenroy Thomas well. Igos Kalides well. Joe Hanks well. Stavern well. Ustinov well. Jennings well. Michael Walich, I don't really like that fight. I'm pretty sure that ain't that the same dude that Hergovich beat on the Devin JoJo card? Maybe. Let me click so you don't got to waste time.
Yeah, I'm like, you know, the heavyweights is your forte.
All right, guys, yeah, no, I don't see it. I guess not. I guess Hergovich didn't pound on this dude. But I know this dude, obviously, because he fought Joyce. We know Dubois. We know Tackham. We know Christian Hammer. We know Joseph Parker. This dude,
90 seconds.
This dude is playing no games, man. I'm really hats off, man.
I mean, I think, you know, respectfully, he ain't really got no choice at that age.
I guess, bro, but
like if you think you got something, you got to come in with intent, right?
Nah, he definitely, man, he making stride, bro.
20.
That's crazy. Out of 15 names,
he, what, 2016 gold medalist as well, right?
Out of 15 names, 3
you don't know
are suspect.
60 seconds.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure the UK knows those 3. I just don't know Donnie Palmer or Rudolph Jovic.
Let me refresh these super chats.
CYP, stop hating. You know how many 37-year-olds ain't got a resume like this? Like this. Come on, man.
And then it's not like he got like a fuck ton of pro fights. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he do got the World Boxing Super Series. I mean, what was that other thing called with no headgear?
The World Boxing championship. But
I got a caller here. This is Decatur, Georgia. This lid's low. What up?
Big Matthews, 2 pounds. Super chat saying Fury Usyk 100% finished April 29th. Let's go. But go ahead, Big Matthews.
That got announced
10
too?
seconds.
I got to see that.
I think Frank.
TBV, what happening, man?
What's happening, man?
Everything, Coach, on this rainy ass day. Man, shout out to all the guests that was on the show. You know what I'm saying? Drawing a little blank right now.
I seen you hating.
Bud, Spence.
I seen you hating during the interview, too.
Hey, you know what? Oh, yeah.
He had you tight.
I'm not hating.
He had you tight.
No. Nah. I just like, sometimes these fathers try, like, they do too much and they son don't even be on that same type of shit, so it just be funny. But check this, man. But Brian good, but he got time, man. He 20 years old, bro. He trying to fuck with a Bud. Let's keep it 100, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them anyway. As far as the Bud and Spence versus the Beterbiev and fucking Bivol, man, Beterbiev and Bivol is better in my eyes. Why? Because the Spence and Crawford shit over-marinated. The fight ain't going to be what it's supposed to be. And help me out with this, Ness and Danny. What's going to be the narrative regardless of who wins?
For what?
With Spence and Bud. What's going to be the narrative? Either way, what's going to be the narrative?
Shit was over-marinated. Shit
exactly.
Over-marinated.
So Beterbiev and Bivol putting up better performances. It seems like I want to see them two clash. It's back to old school boxing. And fuck all this bullshit. Now, let me skip over to the numbers, because you know I don't fuck with the numbers and shit. Because this is the problem right here. We get motherfuckers going back and forth, talking about numbers this way, that pulling this way, dragging it from over here. Man, if we get back to fucking being fans, bruh. And I'm talking to every motherfucking body, shout it. Like, dead ass, man. Just say you want to see the fucking fight. Everybody want to throw numbers. This nigga can't do this because he ain't popular. This nigga ain't got enough followers. This nigga, man, fuck them numbers, man. Only person need to be worried about numbers is the nigga that getting paid and the motherfuckers who paying them. Try to get your ass in the ring and swing, man. Beterbiev and Bivol, bring the undisputed. Canelo, leave that shit alone, bro. Or just wait till after this undisputed, then get the Bivol, because that's what I'm going for, another chance at undisputed. I'm out there, Kim. Y'all stay up. Shout out to everybody.
All right, champ.
Shout out. That looks like our last caller. Let me double check on Discord.
Yo, where the fuck? I can't find it now.
What?
That interview that Frank did, that got everybody saying that, because early in the show, I'm talking about probably before Brian Norman Sr. joined us, I came across it, but I couldn't hear it since we were already live. But now that I'm looking for it, this has overtook the news of that interview. Obviously, the announcement of the Zhang fight has now overtook anything I searched Frank Warren, but I'm gonna find it for sure, because it definitely was on an interview he did.
Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up.
Let me refresh
There are
Super
some
Chats.
people in Blog Talk, but if you haven't pressed 1, we can't go to you.
We are caught up on the supers.
So, NestGTO, Instagram, and Twitter.
Rick Danny, the Boxing Voice catches 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern today. Thank you to Canada. You are amazing. He's already
found it.
Well, he had already sent it and clipped it for us and everything. So shout out to you, my brother. Catch us 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern, Blue Wire Studios inside of the Wynn Hotel and Casino. And just want to remind everybody, tomorrow is a 4-show day. We have the morning show 6 a.m., betting show about 9:30, 10 a.m. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Tomorrow's Friday? I ain't tripping? Yeah. So betting show about 9:30, 10 a.m. tomorrow. That is for YouTube members, champ status, and higher. And then, obviously, for our patrons, that'll be uploaded once we are done with our betting slip. So you guys are able to go and, take what you like and leave what you don't and place your bets however you like. Then, of course, tomorrow, 12 p.m. from the Blue Wire Studios inside of the Wynn. Very special show, as we will have our first ever Boxing Voice in-person press conference. We'll be joined with Christopher Lovejoy. We'll be joined with Johnny Fisher, Bosch. And we're looking forward to that. And then we have the ESPN Top Rank fight show at about 3:30 p.m. Pacific. I just want to throw out there, from the time that we go live at 6 a.m., we will not have an hour in between either fucking show. We going morning show, betting show, win show, fight show. We going back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? It's like we on the cover of Lethal Weapon. You get what I'm saying?
Look at
So
Danny with the 80s reference movie.
yeah. So 4-show day tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy tomorrow.
It is.
And then
what time are the other shows? The other two, like after the win?
3:30.
Wow, he took my gym time.
3:30, yeah. And bro, it's just like everybody on the card we know.
Who's that? What card is that?
Top
the
rank.
Glendale.
Top rank in Glendale, yes
And
sir.
that's Navarrete.
Headlined, but I'm gonna be honest with you, can't fake the funk to the fans. I ain't really looking forward to that fight. The co-main to me is amazing, and some amazing young talent on the card, as we do have heavyweight prospect Richard Torres on the card. You have the youngin, the dynasty continues, Emiliano Vargas on the card. You have Nico Ali Walsh on the card. Andres Cortez on the card. And let me tell you, Nas, some people on the B side then hit me up saying it's an upset in that one, in the Cortez fight. Some people on the B side hit me up saying
Who's he fighting?
He facing a puncher. I don't know the
But
guy.
that's what I told you, that one of my guys, Lukey Boxing, was saying that Andres is in a step up, and if he could win, then he'll get the big fights. But it's what, Luis Mendez?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Believe so.
I never heard of him, but I rock with Lukey. He got the Bay Area on Smash.
One of my guys from back home that's in the boxing scene hit me up, and he was like, yo, he facing a puncher, man. I ain't gonna lie, I seen this dude messing people up, yada yada yada. So a couple other youngins on that card. Let me see if I could pull up. I mentioned Emiliano. Arnold Barboza co-main event against Jose Pedraza. That's a phenomenal fight that I'm super, super excited for. Yeah, super excited for that one. So, I'm trying to see. Okay. I thought that they might have had some involvement, because I go on Top Rank Story and they're promoting Creed 3 and its release. I'm like, okay, do they have some part in it? I didn't see anything like that. But
everybody's pushing that. But the George Foreman movie's getting hella spins now.
Yeah, no, Big George.
I got to look at it again, because I never seen that actor, man. I don't like how you going to do a Foreman movie with an unknown actor? Yeah, I'm looking at him. And I'm a movie guy, bro.
Okay.
They got this guy out of nowhere.
Yeah, Big George is on the
Come on, man.
Got
Stop
his
that
movie
shit up.
cooking.
Even the first Mike Tyson movie had the karate dude. What's the black karate dude? That he later played Spawn. He's mad. It's like Michael Jalal or Michael J. Fuck, man. Michael Ja? Michael.
I feel like I know.
The karate guy, man. He
Yeah.
built as hell. You know what I'm talking about? He played Mike.
I ain't gonna lie. When you said karate guy, I was ready to say Will Smith, son, Jaden.
Oh, damn. Dan, I'm so old. This dude said Jaden. What?
Bro, he was in the Karate Kid, like the new one.
But he was a kid.
Yeah, but
so we can't call him a guy.
I mean, he's a man now, and you said
that's what I'm
the
saying.
black.
He never did a karate movie as a man, but I get it. The reference.
Yeah, Michael Ja.
Michael Ja. There you go. I knew somebody was gonna get it.
And I've heard of the name, but I don't. You the movie guy, champ.
We outie.
Michael Ja White. Okay.
Oh, White. I knew it was like a double
Yeah,
name.
just want to remind everybody. I mentioned the 4 shows tomorrow. Go ahead.
I got to tell you, the 12 o'clock show is Danny Seems to Be Right. Tank Ryan, Allegiance. 12 o'clock.
Possibility. Tune in. Let's talk about it. Peace. Fight Chat Saturday. Matchroom, New York, Serrano, Bumgardner.